Hello, excuse me. Hello, and welcome back to A Field of Flies. Last time we were playing, you guys arrived at Tiba's Port. You hung around for a little while. You met Genus's contact. You met back up with Octavia. Actually, you guys didn't, but she did. And you have settled once again into this new town of Tiba's Port, though you don't know for how long, considering your main goal here, at least Doral's main goal, is to root out the outpost here of Tiba's Port that the Black Sun have set up somewhere. Now, near the very end, Owen went out to find some food and get some resources for further travels or just a further time spent here. You didn't do very well. You seem to have missed most of the vendor stalls. Haven't been to Tiba's Port in a good long while, and with all these people around, it's really easy to get turned in the streets. However, as you were on your way back, you did come across a rather brutish-looking young man in full helmet and half plate, and he seemed very excited to meet you. So excited, in fact, that he comes at you, lumbering, like both arms sort of down and outstretched towards you, just sort of like quickly shimmying towards you as he comes in for a hug.
Yeah, accept the hug.
Okay, you are swept up in big old arms, and he'll spin you once. And he says, "We've been looking for you everywhere." And he like pulls his helmet off just a bit. Huh?
No, yeah, continue, sorry.
He pulls his helmet up just a bit, not a lot, and you can see these like the dirt stained and just muddy. His hair is all like greasy and matted to his head and his helmet. But it is one of your old companions from the Fiends of Vanitary. Genus is really going to be unhappy she's missing me talking about that. Known as Null. Or known to you as Null, that isn't necessarily his name.
Abel, Christ, Nobel, where have you been?
Karma has me working for the Barons of Somer guarding their farms up north. He said that I had to stay low while he was looking for you.
So, Karma and Gale are okay as well?
Well, he seems to like immediately go a little dour. He hasn't found Gale yet, either.
Am I still? Is he still hugging me, or like?
He's like really close to you, but no, he's not hugging you anymore.
Okay.
And he stinks.
Yeah. Okay. Collect myself and like look around a bit, and so we should. There's so much I want to tell you, but we should probably find somewhere.
Oh yeah, we probably should. Sorry, but I'm still on duty too. He snaps his helmet back down and like puts his hands on his hips and looks imposing down at the rest of the people who have been kind of like just casually staring at you guys dancing around in the middle of this street. But his stare, even in his helmet, did like make some people just shimmy on their way. They decide to leave you guys alone.
I mean, like stuff stifles a chuckle from that, and is like, busy at the moment then, or are you free to chat?
I mean, there's no one attacking the farms. There haven't been for a couple of weeks, so I guess I have a little time.
Okay, good. I've got a hotel nearby actually. A room at the inn.
The inn?
I don't remember the name of the inn. Aval.
Oh, the Duchess Vine?
That one.
Okay, well, it is not nearby. It is technically 63 feet south of you.
That's not that far. Yeah.
No.
Okay, come on then. I'll introduce you to Joel.
Okay. And as you begin walking south, he's like, "That in? That in?" This, and then as you're passing like this road down here, he's like, This inn isn't very nearby.
It's like close enough. It's like lengthways.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't really care if I get fired now that we found you. But he leans down and says, "You make really good gold there."
Okay, do you want to? How about the farm or whatever? And is Karma there too?
No. Karma only talks to me in my head. He's hiding somewhere else. He couldn't get a job as a guard. He's too scrawny.
Oh, he's not around then.
No, I don't know where he is. But now that you're here, I'll
Alright.
wait for him to talk to me, and maybe he'll tell me.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, I don't want to get you fired. While we're still trying to get everyone back together.
What did you say? I'm sorry. Like I didn't. Myself did not comprehend what you said.
Fine. Sorry. I don't want to get you fired while we're still deciding. While we're still trying to get everyone together. So, farm for a bit then, and hang around.
Well, okay. I have my shift technically ends in like 4 or 5 hours. Like once evening is around, and then someone else takes over. So, I will. Where should I go?
Okay, I'll wait for you there at the. I'll wait for you at the Duchess fine then.
Okay. Which is down that road, and that road, and then into that tiny street at the end there.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'll bring my gold so we can feast or something.
Oh, I've got plenty of that. I'll tell you where it's from later, I guess.
Awesome. All right. I'm really glad to see you, Omen.
No.
Bye. See you later today. Hey, he like takes off at like a brisk jog, like kind of a chipper jog, and people are just scrambling out of the way.
Yeah, Omen like readjusts her cloak and like makes herself look a bit more serious again, and heads back to the Duchess fine.
Very good. You march back to the Duchess fine. Jorl, what have you been doing while she has been off?
Napping, mostly.
Napping?
Yeah. I think the all of this traveling has tired me, but I'm getting up from my nap right now, and I think mostly we're like preparing for the logistics of the idea that I had in between the sessions about like using Gabriel's new powers to try to like give some gold to the refugees around here and try to help out their situation.
Now, I want you to make an occult check. I would not ask this of literally any other character at any other point, but because it's Jorl,
Yeah,
it's not religion based.
Yeah, there's some snapping sound in the background.
That was me slapping my hand with a spoon for emphasis.
Right.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay. So, yeah, I think it's. I'm pretty sure. Alright. 473. And just to let. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. You know about a force that's mysterious even to you.
It's
some sort of.
It's the mages who are the invisible hand of the market who killed anyone who
No,
no. Okay.
they don't kill people. But
Oh,
you know
yeah.
who you know they exist. You know there's this unusual force of people who have to be supernaturally powerful,
Mhm.
who doesn't like necessarily kill people who decide to create money and then throw it into the market, but they generally, as so long as they can, so long as it is feasible, they will sweep in and take something from that person, or in this case, possibly whoever he has given the money to, that is of equal worth to what they have created.
Yeah.
Now, that can be easily circumvented by creating something of worth and then selling it for the money. But just creating straight up gold is generally what they frown upon.
Yeah. I'm not sure they have eyes everywhere and that they'd be able to track every single refugee that I hand money out to. So I'm gonna do it anyways. And if they come after us, I'll kick their butts because I hate those guys. They're maintaining an economic system that is not great for most people. So fuck him. But yeah, they're like the invisible hand who are just trying to maintain the economy and not let supernatural people disrupt it. And I hate them. And yeah, they can come at me.
Oh, you will have traps prepared.
No,
right,
not
so
necessarily.
What are your plans for making this happen?
Oh yeah, I'm just considering the logistics of how to best distribute it, but the idea would be that after we raid the lab, if Gabriel is still like filling up to try this dangerous power, she'd try it out on something and like try to make a bunch of gold coins, and then just someone would distribute it probably during the night and probably in a way that like would be pretty discreet, just like one gold piece per tent that's outside of the city or something like this, and just try to help people out. But it's like I'm a bit iffy on the details right now, and also the because it could potentially hurt Gabriel to do this. We're gonna do this after the whole what's it called? After we found and taken care of Black Sun in the city.
Very good.
Yeah. So basically, like I'm, if Omen comes in to talk with me, you can find Jorol just like pacing back and forth in his room, and sometimes answering out loud to something that's happening mostly in his head with his familiars.
Okay, yeah, I guess she does do that, and comes in and sees you doing that, and is like, oh man.
Oh, yes, just having a talk with everyone. That's a good point, Philario. We'll get back to that. Anything you want, woman?
Oh, no, not really. It's just, I am contacts recently and wondered if you'd like to maybe dinner or something.
Dinner with one of your contacts. I hadn't mentioned having contacts before. Yes? It's what sort of contacts are you talking about?
Oh, business contact.
Sorry, you're cutting off an awful lot.
Okay. Business, from
where?
From my days with the Fiends.
Oh, the Fiends of Terry. What's is Anatary a place or a person?
If you've been around, Anatary is actually one of the bigger cities in Dwanholf.
Oh, okay. All right. I
Not like the biggest.
Toad Hunter.
Yeah.
all right. The group that helped you pull off the Farron rescue, kidnapping, theft. That group, right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, it would be very interesting to meet someone from your past. Did did you say where are we meeting them and when?
Oh, he'll be meeting us here if that's not a problem.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
you do seem a bit busy.
No, it's completely fine. I'm just trying to do something about the whole refugee crisis outside of the walls. Just trying to help him out, but it's complicated and potentially dangerous for Gabriel. But we're figuring things out.
Well, I've got a few hours to kill if you want help.
All right. Well, Gabriel's just developed a power that has to do with telekinesis, where she can rearrange the structure of building blocks of matter and change some matter into some other matter. Don't tell Jinnis this, but that means I can turn things into gold, for example, and reshape them. So, in a way that is hard, it would be hard to tell that it was supernatural. So we could just make money for the people outside of the walls. And problem that I have is that once that's done, I'm trying to look for a way to distribute the gold in without people noticing that there's one gold coin per tent, and just going around stealing that gold back or complicating things in another way. I'm just trying to find a way to distribute this properly without drawing too much attention to us. So that's what we're debating right now.
That sounds like something Genus would be useful with, but definitely wouldn't help.
I'm not sure it would be wise to let her know we have a way of disrupting
Oh no, absolutely not.
the local economy like this.
No. She also wouldn't be happy to learn, like you just said, that you can just make gold. Do that?
I can transform other things into gold.
Okay, so you need to do that.
Oh, stone, sand, some other metals. Practically anything will do.
So it's earth magic, like those guys from the other village were doing.
Well, it's more of a kind of like that. Yes. But it's not temporary. Once the matter is changed into a new form, it stays this way. I can also try to make some better equipment than what we have, but I think we're doing fine on equipment right now. It's just something that Gabriel picked up for us to use in the future when we need stuff, and I thought we could try out the power. Try that power to make some gold here. So, what do you have any ideas for redistribution?
Say you worried about someone sneaking through the tents and just like taking it from them. if we just hand it out like that. What's to say we don't have someone do it in person?
Oh, well, the person might get stabbed and robbed as soon as too much attention is drawn to this person, or someone could follow this person and try to steal the gold back from people who can't necessarily defend themselves very well. So that's why I'm thinking of using discretion.
It's less likely to happen if we have a pairs of eyes on them, though, right?
Pairs of eyes? On...
As in if we're watching, and we can stop that.
That is fair. That is fair. But I don't. Yes. And
So someone gives out the gold, and the rest of us keep an eye on them and make sure nothing goes wrong.
All right. I think that's. Yes. I think that's the most likely option. And then, if we go around distributing it at night in a discreet manner, we could still do that and have somebody else stay behind to make sure that no one is going around stealing it back. All right, I think that's a good option, and familiars agree. Yes, we'll cast a change of appearance on you so that you look like a human, Philario. That's
The Laurel is actually like, we could just take over the minds of the wealthy with my power and distribute their wealth into everybody, Jorl. You know I could do this for you.
That's fair. But since there's no way to give back that control, I feel like
do they need that control back?
It's debatable, but I would rather a spirit of revolution take control of things rather than a spirit who, like you, embodies the parasitic elements of nobility. But you are changing slowly and making steps to reform from your nature. So we'll consider it at a later date. Right now, we'll just try Goldrit's redistribution and take more drastic measures once we've seen how things go with this plan.
All right, but just so you know, my empire these.
Your empire, what?
Never had these problems.
Duly noted. Alright. Well, if there's nothing else in the meantime, Omen, I'm gonna go step out of town for just a little bit, try out a few things in the countryside, prepare a few ideas that I have. Do you want to come with me for company, or do you have something else in mind before your friend comes over for dinner?
I reckon I should wait here in case he comes early.
All right. I'll be back before sundown then.
Sort of luck.
All right. Heading off.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Sounds like this plan might involve a lot of effort on, the half of both of us. If we could maybe sign some sort of contract to our working relation together.
I suppose that would be fair. What sort of contract do you have in mind?
Oh well, I volunteer to help you with endeavors like this, and like guilty conscience comes up with, and I get your soul.
Oh, I remember you mentioned something like this in the past, and
Yeah, you seemed a little down on the idea last time we brought it up, so I've been quiet about it, but been traveling for a while.
yes, it's fair, it's fair. I'll consider it, and I'll get back to you when I've made a decision. All right, I won't get back to you.
Oh no. Roll to see if you remember next time you see Jorl. Memorize.
I won't. I don't have that trained.
Okay. So Jorl, where are you going?
I'm gonna go out into the wilderness, trying to get to some place kind of isolated, to try to make contact with some arcanas in order to get some new support powers through Jorl.
All right. Now, are you bringing anyone with you, or just going out as you?
I think all my familiars are with me.
Okay. They're walking beside you.
They'll manifest if needed, I think.
Okay. So visually, you're just an old man right now.
Oh, that is fair. Yeah. Hold on. Visually, I'm just an old man. I'm not. The golden cane is gonna be tucked away, and I'm gonna have apparent weapons. What weapons am I carrying?
Do you still have the short swords that Genus gave you?
Yes, I think so. Yes. I have one black steel plus 5 short sword, and the other one is on Jenny.
So which exit are you going to leave through?
I think the nearest exit, which is gonna be right here.
Okay. So you go to leave by this exit. You have a weapon. You exit the door. The guards open it for you, and they're all kind of looking at you sideways. I want you to make an intimidation check as the crowd of hungry eyes finds you through the door.
I thought it was going to be intimidation. Yes. So that's a minus 30 because I'm untrained. I'm not very good at scaring people off. So that's a 30 in total.
Okay. You kind of squint your eyes because that's what dangerous people do is they have squinty eyes. Well, that's really bad. I just mean that they glare at people. But you step out just beyond the line of guards, and you see the people watching you, and you hear some people go quiet as they're watching you, but they don't seem to back off at all. And you get a little spooked as an arm comes up and just takes your elbow.
Oh.
But as you look to the right, there is a guard there, and he says, "Old man, you should really not be out here right now."
Oh, that's fair.
Hold on. Where are you going? Do you have a house in the country?
I'm heading out for a short walk in the countryside. Thank you for your concern.
It's dangerous to walk in the countryside. Well, it's dangerous to walk anywhere.
That's fair.
At least let me walk you to the next ahead just a little ways.
No, that's very nice of you. I'm just going in this direction. Do you help out every person who looks old and who seems lost, or did I particularly strike your interest because of my good looks?
He smiles like just a little, but you can see he is dead tired. He says, well, any of them I can. Especially any of them coming out into this place. If they don't look like they're used to it.
Yes. I perhaps I don't look as used to it as I am.
Actually, I was just gonna say, you get to about here,
Okay.
and he like lets go your elbow, and there's still like people watching you on the left, but if you look to the right, this whole block area right here isn't Shantytown. It's like a roughly put together military encampment. This seems to be like a bunch of like fourth lord, like soldiers of the fourth Lord of War over here as well. And they seem to be struggling to maintain their supplies as well. They don't necessarily seem well stocked, but just better off than the ones nearby.
Yeah. I squint and just think to myself, those people are probably maintaining order, which also probably means just stopping the starving people from getting the food that and resources that they need from the inside of the city. So I'm not necessarily like very happy to see military in this place, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. He just says, now just stay in their line of sight. They won't let any of them hurt you.
Thank you. And
All right.
yeah, I'm gonna keep.
You keep on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
He does stay at the end of this street and watches you off, and there are like still people watching you from still poor people watching you from down here. But as they are also under the eyes of the soldiers, they do not attack you.
Okay. And yeah, and then I'm just gonna keep, and then I'm gonna finish leaving the city and head off into the wilderness. Does anybody follow me?
Make a notice check or a search check, because you did mention it to me. You can make a search check.
Yeah.
It is based on sight.
That is fair. I'm better at notice. Ooh, open roll. Woohoo.
Ooh, okay, that is nice.
176.
All right, you break up from the road here. It's a marshy field going west, west. You kind of like, it's a little hard to walk, especially without a cane in this kind of terrain.
Oh, I take out the cane at this point.
Oh, you take out the cane? Okay. Well, as you're walking, now, is that with your penalty for sight?
Yes, that is with my penalty for sight.
Okay, very good. And I know you can see that roll, so I didn't need to roll it.
Uh-huh.
But you're about to reach like a slightly thicker area of like trees and grass, and you kind of like are glancing over your shoulder. You see 4 gentlemen like go down this road. They're all like dressed in ratty clothing. You can't immediately see any weapons on them. But they seem to like dash down this road towards the trees, like trying to hide in the ditch on this side.
Oh wait! Oh, you've moved me to another. No, still the same.
Oh, are
map?
you not going down there?
Sorry. Which map am I supposed to be on?
You're supposed to be on the town map still.
Okay, cool. I didn't see where you were pointing. But yeah, I'm heading off from the road.
Yes.
And yeah, so just like grumbling, because I don't want to hurt those people. I understand that they're in very in a very dire situation. But I'm kind of out of gold.
You're not out of gold. It's just that the gold you have is really magical and cool.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, hold on. Alright, just give me 1 second. I'm going to try something. Okay. It's up to 40, so... Okay. I'm going to extend my hand behind a tree, and Gabriel, Iterate is going to appear, and she's going to cast the music spell Cantabile. The spell allows the character to make his voice or a melody appear to come from anywhere he wants within the spell's range, as determined by its level. I'm just gonna cast it at the basic, which is 300 feet.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It's gonna cost me. Oh wait, can I innately cast this? It's just 40. Hold on. No, I don't think I can. Not with 75. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 40 points of Xeon.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 08. All right, and just basically, I'm gonna have like this sort of eerie singing that seems to be moving around them, and like they can't really tell where it's coming from, and the voice, and it's not always the same voice. But like yeah, I'm just trying to make following me a bit spooky and make it look like there's not just one person in the woods, but also without making it too supernatural to the point where they'd call the Inquisition if yeah.
I would like you to make an intimidate check with either you or Iterate at plus 80.
At plus 80? Okay. So neither we're both at minus 20.
Yes.
So it's actually going to be a 50 bonus to Anida. It's gonna roll for it.
Awesome. All right.
126.
That's pretty good. You can hear them. They as they like enter the forest with you. They aren't being near stealthy. You know that if you turned around and tried to run back, it would be really hard in this sludge, in this thick grass and dirt. However, they're looking for your. They're looking for your tracks, and you project this singing, and like eventually you just hear them stop, murmuring to each other, and you hear them talking or saying softly, "This is like what happened to Terra Santa. We gotta get out of here. No, this isn't worth it. Did you see this golden cave? This isn't worth it, Fred." And you hear three of them like booking it.
Okay.
But there's a guy left.
All right. I did so I maintained the music for like 5 turns in total, so like something like 15 in like 18 seconds in 5 turns after I cast it, and then I'm just gonna let it crescendo loudly as they're running away, and then just fade into nothing.
The guy who's left like hits the deck, covering his ears when it crescendos, and is gonna sit there. So you have some time to move.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna call out and say, Your friends were right. It's not worth it. But it wouldn't normally be worth it, but here, let me see what I can do for you.
He pops his head up. You're not trying to hide. You're like,
No.
you're still a good 200 feet away from him.
Yeah.
So he's not going to reach you quickly, but
Okay.
you let him see you.
Yeah, and I think Ethered is also visible. I mean, she's not necessarily hiding.
He stands up. He doesn't look like he's necessarily a poor-looking gentleman. However, he does look very hungry. He's got very matted on, kind of thin blonde hair coming up from beneath his hood. Unshaven. One eye seems to be a little bit milky, but considerably younger than you still.
Right. You look hungry. I don't have coin on me, but I could get you something to eat and to share with your friends. I just want to have a peaceful stroll through here.
He looks at your cane. He has a dagger. It's really rusty and bad. It's like, you got your cane.
Yes, and I did it to walk and for other purposes.
Let me remember how Iterid looks. Iterid just looks like a nice lady, right?
Yeah,
Does she have her?
She's maintaining a spell for to change her appearance. It's a minor change.
Okay. So she just does she keep the I know that she wouldn't have wood on the side of her head. Does she keep the shape of that in hair?
No, she does not look like she's got those weird antlers. Yeah, so it's so I think minor change isn't just an illusion. It actually modifies the body so that there isn't actually anything there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's yeah.
I agree. I believe that's how it works.
Okay. Okay. Imitate immunity. Okay, I don't see any creation spell that's create food.
Me and my friends have actually had this discussion before.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that there's no creating food spells.
Yeah.
And if you consider it at base, if you create food with create object and then eat it and then stop maintaining it, it vanishes.
Yeah.
However, home rule, we've made an addendum.
Okay.
If a created supernatural being is given a soul, it no longer needs to be maintained.
Yeah.
If something is eaten and becomes part of a being with a soul, it also doesn't need to be maintained. So you can create food with something like create object,
Okay.
and people can eat it and no longer need to maintain it.
Yeah. I can't maintain it for very long, but I'm going to use minor creation to basically just create. I think it's gonna be some pretty good looking food, not very good quality, but a presence of 25 could be a very decent meal.
It could be like a big stinking turkey, probably.
Yeah.
Make a quick science roll if you have it.
A quick what?
Science roll if you have it.
Oh, I have medicine.
Medicine would also work.
Yeah. She has that as a hamadryad. 250.
Oh wow, she's a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
You
she's good at
I just
medicine.
like people to have a little bit depending on what they're creating, and you can create. You know how to make semi-nutritious food, and boom, you can make food with it.
Yeah.
He right above him, or are you going to throw it to him?
No. Yeah, I think I'm gonna either it's gonna lean down like she's picking up something from from like behind a tree, and when she picks it up, she's holding like a platter with like the meal on it and some silverware, and she's going to like walk towards him and like hand it, saying, "Here, this is for you."
He is just like his eyes are wide. He is stunned. His head like slides off, and he doesn't care. He like there's a slow moment where his like head is wavering a little bit before he snatches off one thing, like shoves it in his mouth, and then like pulls out a bag from his cloak and starts putting stuff into it.
I suggest you eat it now. If it's gonna grow cold and stale pretty quickly.
It's okay. It's all right. It's not for me.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay.
Aha, that's a daily. Yes. Could I make an addendum?
Yes.
All right. I am going to create a homunculus. And it's going to be a dead homunculus, and it's a daily maintenance spell, so I can just create it. It's gonna be alive for an instant, and as it's created, and then it's immediately going to like just cease to like live. And then I'm just going to maintain the spell to maintain the body, and it's going to look very much like a chicken, but it's just created by magic, and
Okay.
I can maintain this on the daily. So I'm just gonna do that, and yeah.
Now, okay, that's totally fine. There is one thing that all homunculus do look a little bit weird,
Yes,
but I'm just gonna roll a really hungry notice check for him to see if he notices.
okay.
It's gonna be 40. He doesn't notice.
Okay.
He's like, but I can take this.
Yes, go ahead, share it with who you like.
He said he looks at this strange, like very pretty lady holding this platter with a chicken on it. He's like, thank you, and he snatches it and he puts it in his bag and he runs away, and probably trips and falls, but shelters the chicken. Okay.
Okay, I turn to it and I'm like, well, I hope we did a convincing enough job of not making it look too supernatural, but I think
The beautiful platter was was pretty heavy on the strange.
yeah, we just happened to find it here.
You can find
No, in the woods.
platter trees all over the place. Another great way to end like hunger situations with creation magic, with just high magic, but you can create a tree race that just makes platters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so-
I don't have high magic in terms
Oh,
of...
I know.
Yeah.
I just think that's a funny idea.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like I actually considered using what's it called? Atomic restructuration to make food instead of gold, but I like, because of the amounts of what matter can be changed into some other matter is limited. It would actually be better to just create gold and let people use the food that's already available in the city around here. Okay, I keep going, and I'm going to try to find a spot that's kind of dry, and with a stick I'm gonna start drawing a summoning circle in the on the floor and start to prepare a ritual. So I have noticed throughout the years that there are some arcanas summoned by the Wheel of Fortune that are very interesting to me, and I'm gonna try to seal a pact with them. I'm gonna start with the Fool. So I think I'm just going to concentrate a minute, and I think a minute gives me pretty good bonus to summoning. So I hold on 1 second.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
A minute is a plus 10. Okay, now I'm just gonna do 5 tens instead. Yep. Yeah. Okay. That is enough to summon the Fool.
All right. The Fool prances into existence. Let me make sure I know what she looks like.
It usually manifests as a young female dressed like a clown. When invoked, she dances around the invoker and then disappears.
All right. Well, you see this young woman dressed like a clown, a considerably less intimidating clown than the ones you saw in the Modus of Gravitas. She dances around you and then stops right in front of you. And she gives you the brightest and the cheeriest smile. And then very briefly, you see her outfit change. A rolling garb flows over her body, like hitting the ground with a definitive snap. And she is now dressed in like these long gowns with a massive cross across the front of her chest and a very tall hat. And you hear her say, "You must atone for all of your past sins," and vanish.
Alright. So she is telling me to summon the
Hierophant.
the Hierophant. Okay. Yeah. I must atone and be pardoned for all of my past sins.
Or be pardoned. Or be pardoned.
Oh, or be pardoned. What does atoning mean?
Now, here's the thing. Atoning, I think, is something that you have to do yourself. You have to do equal good to the bad you've done.
Okay.
Pardoning is finding somebody who was affected by your sins and having them forgive you.
Yeah.
Or having somebody of significant, like, cosmic significance say, "You don't need to worry about it, bro."
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying, but I don't think I will ever reach the point where I feel like I've done enough good to counteract what I've done in the past, and it's gonna be hard to find family members of everyone who died because of me.
I was gonna say, I knew I'd roll randomly for the Fool,
Oh,
and this is what happened.
yeah, yeah, that's fair. So I'm going to think about this for a second and then be like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Yeah.
Still, just write down that you have created this pact,
Right.
or that you have initiated the pact, not complied with it.
Alright. I'll write it down. Blah blah blah. Right. Okay. next one that I talked to you about. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right. So there's the. I'm gonna try the Death and the Empress today, and then I'm gonna like head home and recharge Zion.
All right, which one are you going for first?
I think I'm going for the Death first. It's a bit harder, but I'm gonna focus for a minute this time to give me a +10, and I'm gonna call upon the Death.
All right.
I spent the Xeon for the previous one. All right, let's do this with a +10 modifier. Okay, that is enough to summon the Death. Okay. After a minute.
Oh, I was talking in mute. You summon the Death. This swirling dark thread seems to pool out of the marsh in front of you. Before you see, sort of sliding up out of it, sort of fitting itself into the snug form of this cloak, is the face of a beautiful young woman who rapidly ages, grows wrinkly and senile, and then with like a twitch of her head is once again infantile and the age of a toddler. And she looks at you very briefly, her face constantly changing, and reaches out her long hands, which they themselves are constantly growing and shrinking. And she clasps your cheeks and says, "Become near to me." And then, you know the pact. You have to suffer a recent and near-death experience and live.
Yep, I pact with death initiated. Okay, so if I, so I must pass a between life and death check without anybody trying to heal me, and in order to be able to summon to use the powers of death, and I'm gonna recharge with my Xeon with some of the rods that Gabriel is holding, and I'm going to use another minute to summon the Empress. That's 200 extra points of Xeon. Okay. And so another +10. Open roll. That's more than enough to summon the Empress. She's on page 183.
Yep. You summon the Empress. She sort of appears slowly fading into existence, turned away from you. And as she slowly spins, her dress rises, and you can see it like expanding off into the distance. It's beautiful, crimson red, lined in gold. And she is a dark-haired woman, very beautiful, smiling brilliantly at you. And she moves forward, like wrapping her arms around you, and then slides around behind you, still with her arms around you, and reaches out a hand and says, "Let's see who needs protecting in your life." And you briefly see a couple of images. One, it hovers on Genus, and you hear her laugh, and then Omen, and she says, "More from herself than anyone else." Now, I admit, there's no one weak that he knows.
Jenny?
Jenny doesn't have a soul.
That's fair, but Jenny still counts as a someone.
It does. I guess he does. He is weak though. Or he isn't super weak, but he is weak. Let me think. This was the one I struggled with. But Jenny I didn't think about.
That's what constitutes as no harm.
They can't get hurt. I'll let them get cuts, bumps, bruises, and scrapes, but if they take a critical hit is my thing.
Yeah.
I,
That's fair.
my old DM was a lot stricter about that. So
Yeah.
Seeing as there's no one else that I know that you know, that wouldn't be like a young person halfway across the continent. I'm sorry that this wasn't quite done as professionally, but
That's no problem.
it lingers on this noseless, gaunt horror who like is standing in this wooden room and seems to like sense something, looking towards you. So he says, "What do you think? Can you keep this corpse of a man safe?"
I'll do my best.
You'd better. There's a lot of potential. And she gives a small breath, Lisa. And you may protect Jenna.
I will.
Genus immediately sets him on fire. I'm not even near him yet.
she's doing it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back and try and immediately have Gabriel cast one of her shields onto him.
Okay. Well, you know, Iterate has the better shields.
Oh yeah, no, that's either it is gonna cast a shield. Never.
Okay. You immediately head back?
Yes. Okay, so just give
Okay.
me 1 second. Perfect shield. And I'm going to cast it with the extra defensive expertise 1. Can you tell me how much extra Xeon that's going to cost, please?
That costs 20, I believe. That costs 20, I believe. Let me go
Okay, cool.
check that out. Now that is the metamagic defensive expertise, right?
Yes.
This is the right song. Oh, actually, you can spend up to 20 to gain plus 20 on yours.
Yeah. I'm spending the 20, and consider that I've also spent the 20 on every other perfect shield to protect everyone. And it is now going to cast one on herself as well.
Okay. Now, I have a small home rule about this, and you can totally do it, totally fine, but you cannot regain that metamagic that you've spent on it, so it's technically a minus to your maximum while you have these health.
That's fine by me.
Okay. It's not a bad one, but it is something that prevents people from doing this all the time, and it is really strong.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. In this case, my maximum is lowered by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 120 points.
Very good.
Okay. Minus 120. Okay. Yep. And I'm spending 440 here. Which brings me to 545 points. Okay.
So you, no real problem coming back up this way. Apparently that gentleman was watching for you because you walk back up here, and once you get to here, he comes running again. And however, on your way back inside, you do see the man you helped, right about here at the end of this road. And as you pass, he just sort of plants his fist into the ground and bows his head really deep to you, just quietly as you move by.
Fuck.
And then you move back inside. You see Jenny standing just in the hallway on the second floor of the Duchess Fine. He's like, "Hey, Joro. Whoa, what's this? So sparkly." When you cast the magic on him.
Yeah.
And
so I've made a pact with an entity known as the Empress. She's the female aspect of creation. She represents intelligence, creativity, and motherhood, and embodies the power of maternity and protection. And she, in exchange for her power, she's asked me to protect you from all harm. So I'm going to make sure that as little harm befalls you as possible. So that's why I'm casting a shield on you now, and I'll try to keep my promise with this entity in exchange, so that I can keep using her power to protect not only you but everyone else.
Wow. You're kind of blowing my mind right now, Joe. They're like the embodiment of motherhood and protection told you to keep me safe.
Summoners can call upon the embodiments of concepts that humanity and other races have referred to with their minds for a long time, because just embodying just having those concepts in your life empowers those things in the spiritual world. So that's why I'm able to call upon them and help you, and things like this. It's not that hard when you know how, but you need to make a pact with them so that they to serve their aspect in one way or another in order to gain their powers. So
wait, does this mean that if I get hurt, is she mad at you, or does she just not help you anymore?
She would be mad at me and not help me, but unless she's called upon, she wouldn't necessarily do anything directly against me. It's possible but I wouldn't be able to call upon those powers again if something happened to you. So I'm gonna try to make sure everything's good.
And you're happy to have her power, aren't you?
Yes, it allows me to make people around me more resistant.
Well, I suppose, seeing as I am so key to you having this power, I guess I shouldn't hurt myself. Maybe.
Getting into dangerous situations is inevitable in our line of work, but I'll do what I can to help out.
Yes, well, I was thinking more along the lines of maybe if you really don't want me to get hurt at all, it's really easy for me to stumble into things, get wounded. You see his brain like rattling a little bit. You could make it worth my while.
How?
Wait. Darn it, Genus hasn't taught me how to do this yet. Goals.
I'm sorry. I gave most of the gold that I have to the I gave the gold that I had to buy those things, and I'm gonna show the tokens that I had, but I was but I can give you this, and I think I bought the wisdom charm for myself, right? The health charm was given to me by Omen, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So since it's a present, I'm not going to give the health charm, but I'm going to hand him the wisdom charm.
Okay. You hand him the wisdom charm, and he's like, "This'll do." That's how I say it, right?
Yes, if you're satisfied. This will help you be better at noticing and memorizing things.
Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I'll have to ask Janus about it. But yeah, okay.
All right.
I also thanks, Joro.
Uh, you're welcome. I was gonna try to protect you, anyways, but now it's more. It's even more of a priority in order to keep access to this power. All right. I'm gonna go meditate now because this whole experience has been draining. Also, as a player, I'll be right back.
All right. Omen, are you doing anything else in the evening? Tell your friend just needs to come back from. I tell you need to meet up with No.
To room for a bit and probably cast password trace on her again.
Okay.
Myself further.
That's a good idea.
When we go back on. Other than that, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I guess you just be like sitting around with like a staff or whatever.
Okay. Look over your stuff. You still don't have any. You still never managed to find any food, but that's all right. You'll get some soon, hopefully with No. You wait comfortably in your little room. It actually reminds you vaguely of like a boarding house, just because of how empty and echoey everything is in this place. Really not good for doing sneaky business most of the time. And now, come nightfall, you will stand by the door and wait for Joel to return.
She'll be sitting at the bar.
Oh, okay. You're gonna go
Right.
downstairs with Macklin.
Yeah.
Okay. Macklin isn't there when you come in, but since you have a little while to wait, if you sit there for long enough, he'll like peek out of the back and say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. It's like to say we're not technically open, but I could get you something."
That's alright, I'm just killing time.
Oh,
Do you have anything you think I'd be interested in?
well, he sort of like pats his hand on the table. I haven't been able to contact all of my vendors from Terrasanta yet, so I don't have all of my, and my brewery is back there too, so I don't have anything special for you this time. Unless you're just interested in some really thick stew.
Someone else actually.
Suit yourself. Oh, hey, it's Jorl.
I'm back.
Hey, Jorl, says Macklin.
Hello.
They were waiting for you to go meet. No.
To meet who?
Now, did you sell? You said No was to meet you here. Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. So hours have passed. You have had some time to meditate.
Okay.
It reaches the appointed time, and then half an hour slips by. And as you're getting on to the next half an hour, when the door opens and Null steps in and says, "There are so many decrepit inns on this side of town. And half of them have the name Duchess in them. I swear. Anyways, good to finally be here." And he has as he walks in, he actually takes his helmet fully off. He has to undo a latch at the back that keeps it on. And Jurl, all you see, like this fellow is sort of, he's a big dude, and then you realize that his face is kind of, despite like a strong jaw, it's very like clear and kind of not many wrinkles, not many lines. He seems like oddly young for the size of him. Like about Omen's age. But he walks over and says, "Alright. So, anything cool happened today? I'm just waiting on my message.
Well, no, not today really, but about a month ago we were, in Hunter.
You were in there, Santa?
Yeah, that's a long story, and it's kind of how I met Joel here.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, Joel.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That'll do.
What's he do?
Oh, he does.
Can he make fire?
A little bit.
Can he read minds?
No.
Can he run real fast and talk real fast?
So I'm gonna lean over and I say, I'm a summoner.
Ah! Well, I don't know what that is, but it's obvious you're not really that strong either. Ha ha, so you'll fit in fine. We just gotta have, our own little niche.
Yes. Everybody does their own thing, and it complements each other's strengths.
Welcome to the Fiends. By the way, he pulls up a big sack of gold and just sets it on the table and lets loose the strap so it sort of falls out. There's not tons and tons, but you suspect there might be over 100 pieces of gold in the sack. That's pretty good for whatever he's doing.
Wow.
Told you I had some money.
Wow, yeah.
Don't let Genus see that.
Who's Genus?
Our other companion.
Oh. Well, I'm sure she's great. Anyways, yeah, so this is all ours. We can do whatever we want with it. I'm sure Karma might even have some ideas on where to get some more stuff.
Speaking of Karma, do you want to know where he is? You said.
No, I got no idea.
So, how did he find you?
I don't know. I met back at the rendezvous point after, and they leans down the heist. But no one else did. Apparently, he didn't come either, but he was watching with his mind power, so he saw me, and has kept in contact since.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't make it back there in time.
It's okay. I was the only one who did, but I didn't really have much to do aside from break down a wall.
Oh, you broke down that wall really well.
Yeah,
It was in pieces.
it was in pieces. I did that one real good. Almost had the tower swaying too, but that would have been bad. That would have killed me. So I didn't want to overdo it.
So what do you do?
He looks at you. What's it look like I do? And he spreads out his arms and then flexes one arm and then flexes the other arm.
Right. But destroying walls isn't just something that just happens because you're a very strong person, does it?
No. Yeah. Omen and Karma, they're really good at reading and finding all sorts of cool things from the books of the rich people and their magic. And I learned some cool moves, and I learned to harness my internal power. And he clasps his fingers together and does a brief closes his eyes, goes and there's a big breeze in the air. It's very unusual. It's yeah. So I got some powers too.
Nice. That's quite a versatile bunch you've got, Omen.
Well, yeah, we've when you'll run into other people who are different, right?
Yeah. Gotta stick together.
Speaking of, you haven't been followed by Noel?
I might
No.
have. Oh,
You might have.
been followed by
What do you mean?
whom?
Not you, Noel.
Oh,
No, I ain't been followed. You know me. And actually, despite his apparent clumsiness and bravado, you know that Null is eerily perceptive.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as Gale, but still up there. Just no one followed me. You say you got followed though, old man. He points to Jorl.
I went out on a stroll outside of town. 4 people tried to rob me. I scared them away with a little bit of music and gave one of them food. When I headed back into town, he bowed as I was passing, recognized me. But I don't think I was followed after that. Not that I noticed, anyways.
Well, I didn't see anyone staring from outside, so hopefully not. Anyways, it's a newbie mistake. Don't worry about it, Jorl. You'll catch on pretty soon. So, he closes his eyes again. Karma should be sending me another message any time. He usually doesn't have much time to answer anything, but I'm sure if I tell him you're here that he can. Take some time.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Been long enough, hasn't it?
It has been a long time.
You been here the whole time?
No. For the first few weeks, I was just trying to make my way through the marshes and, stay alive. I was with him for a brief amount of time, but he decided that his powers made us too obvious. He says that the lady, the big one, Abelthorn, can see when he's using his powers. And it'd be too suspicious to have a scrawny little guy like him and then a big one like me standing so close to one another, so we split up. Anyways, I got here 3 weeks ago. Already made a sack of gold. Mostly get
It's all
that
from 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I mostly get that from boxing around the Baron's other guards. They're all silver shy of a good warrior, I suppose. But they're good. They're good guys. Pretty funny. He pauses for a moment. His eyes go really wide. He says, "Hold on. I feel it coming." Oh. Karma. No. Karma. She's here. No, not Merithy. Omen's here. And of course, he doesn't have to say this out loud, but he tends to anyways. No, she's right here. She's right here. Yeah. Omen, make some fire.
Create fire. If there's a plant or something, set that on the table, step a bit of fire to that.
Like I said, it's very barren in here. There are a bunch of stools, though.
Probably shouldn't do that. I'll just make fire in my hand.
Okay. Yeah, she can make fire. Say something only Omen would say.
Does he still keep that collection? Weird dolls.
Karma, do you still play with dolls? He says no, he had to leave him behind. Oh. Hey, it worked! Awesome, okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay, he says he's gonna be here in an hour.
Coming here?
Yes. No, wait. Yes, in brain form.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. He's gotta go now. Bye, Karma. He's real excited that you're alive, too. Okay. So he's on his way. He's probably got a plan. Are you ready?
Plan for what?
Well, we gotta go and find Gale.
Um, could, could you give me and Joel a minute?
Sure. He gives you like the very obvious like eyebrow raise, and then he raises the other eyebrow, and then he's like, "Yeah, going now. Give you guys a minute." Steps like away from the bar and like turns around. There's no doors on that side, so he kind of like sidles around you to go into the hallway.
You need
So,
to. You need to go and join with the rest of your band.
I mean, yeah, it seems like I mean, I can't. Yeah, these are Noel's one of my friends from the Fiends. Like, I can't. I've been looking for them ever since we got split up, and you know, if Karma thinks he knows where Gale is or how to find him, then you know, I can't just say no.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you want a few additional people to join your fiends?
Do you mean you actually want to join?
We've been working together for a bit. I like your company. I think we're a good team. And if I mean,
It's been a minute. You done yet?
Give us another one.
Okay, another minute.
I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to stop what we were doing. Of our task of hunting Black Sun, just and we could do both things. Do whatever you were doing with the Fiends, and do whatever we were doing together, and just combine both of them. It's not. Black Sun is a bit kind of everywhere, so I don't think our goals are those goals are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Joel. You know, I think I owe you one. Joel.
Sorry.
I owe you one, Joel.
All right. Just
Probably won't take your soul for this.
yeah. I was gonna say, just as long as I don't need to give you my soul to join the Fiends, then
I'll make an exception for you.
all right. Good. I appreciate it.
She's already got our souls. Oh shoot! I wasn't listening.
Yeah, damn it. You heard that, so
Yeah.
fill you in on what we've been doing then.
Oof.
Oh,
Huh? Huh? Oh, can I come back now?
Yes.
I thought you were listening.
Oh yeah, I was. I didn't know you were. Yeah. So he walks back into the room and sits down on the opposite side now. So now Jorl is between him and Omen. So, what were you saying?
I was saying we should probably fill you in on everything that happened since we got split up.
Well, I would appreciate that, and it would conveniently fill time till Karma gets here.
Oh, what a convenient note of advice.
All right. So, do you want to explain it to him in person, or are you going? Do you want to sort of summarize? You explain to him the vast amount of things that have happened.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. You killed. Can you kill a death god?
Apparently, yeah. It's not even that hard. We just needed to summon a giant monster of genus almost get eaten.
Yeah, so Genus is your other friend. Gotcha. Didn't kill the Death God, though. She got trapped in its head. for
And
a
most
while.
of it was me, but
Yes.
you know,
Okay.
the others helped.
It was a team
Fair.
effort. Genus
Uh,
helped. Yes.
By the way, you have, like, as you've been talking, Farron has, like, come out and just, like, draped herself across one of the mugs to sort of watch you guys talk. And there was a brief moment where he's like, oh, that's her, isn't it? That's what you got. Yeah. Awesome.
That's
So has it been worth it? Has it been super amazingly powerful?
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to, because I don't want to mess up Macklin's new bar, but
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. This is pretty much all wood, isn't it? Macklin, by the way, hasn't been, like, gone. He's just been, like, whenever you say you wanted privacy from Null, he sort of walked to the back room, but occasionally you can, like, see him moving things around back there. And he says, so, Karma was saying something about her, too. He can explain it better.
So you've been split up ever since the heist where you stole Farron?
Everyone had their own post. We had to split up. Once Omen got inside, there was some sort of wall. Karma couldn't talk to her anymore.
Right.
Don't know where Gale went. She went quiet almost immediately after, and Karma hasn't found her at all. I was the only one who made it back to the rendezvous. Rather lonely for a little while. Anyways. Oh, he looks over his shoulder. Hold on. He closes his eyes. Joel, make an occult check.
Psychic powers?
Yes. None of you can see supernatural, can you?
No, I cannot.
I have the gift, but probably can't see.
I'm getting a chill. I think I know who's here. He closes his eyes for a long moment. And he says, there he is. You can see, none of you can see anything. But as this man closes his eyes, he turns around and points to, like, just nothing in the air, just outside. They're just beside the door. That reminds you of some weird things, Jorel.
Yes. I think that he's the new arrival is a psychic, and B, I think that this big guy is a giant Nephilim. Because you mentioned in the first game that I was aware of Nephilims.
Yes.
Okay.
With your Zen roll to know enough.
I didn't.
So yes.
I didn't reach Zen, but I got close.
Yes. He and I admit that is sort of like an in my own world thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But he says, "Okay, he's contact." And as he starts saying this, you hear Omen in your head.
All of us?
No, just Omen.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have specified.
Took you long enough. She's probably. No.
She's probably what?
She won't. I don't have to speak out loud to respond to Karma, I don't think, so I probably won't.
Okay, you just stays quiet. What's his? Nell just keeps going in the background, so Jorel, you don't really see any of this. But he says, "You'd be impressed if you knew how far I'd had to send myself." Anyways, I'm glad it's you. It's been a long trip since we got separated. Can I just skip the part where we talk about what we've been doing and take that? Do you mind?
Later, then sure.
What did he say? Or what did you say?
If you've promised to tell me later, yeah.
Okay. Do you resist a psychic power?
No.
No? Okay. Oh, God. You've had it rougher than we have. We've been on the run this whole time. Wait a second. He didn't tell me you killed 2 of them? No, one of them's not dead. I had been tracking those 2. I was wondering why they dropped off the radar. Those were one of her 2 favorite apprentices. Or those were her 2 favorite apprentices. Oh, she's not gonna like that.
If those were her favourites, they weren't to deal with.
Well, whoever is casting those shields is very powerful. Is
Yeah,
what this-
don't mess with Joel's stuff, please.
Okay, no. We got it. Okay, so, and I'll try to keep you up to date. We've been running this whole time. He'll explain to you that they have essentially been on the run. He has been trying to hide. He probably shouldn't stay here long because numerous times he has had them track him back to where he is staying because he's been using psychic powers. Right now, he says he is about 60 miles north, in a little shack on the coast of Dwanholf. He says you can come out here if you want. I'll try to make my way down there soon in person. But he doesn't know if there's anyone currently operating in the city that's under Mirthi. And he says, "All right. When we went in there, either I don't think you nor I expected that they'd be this interested in chasing us down for this ritual, but there's something different about it. I haven't been able to read Mirthi's mind. I don't understand the significance entirely, but they used something in that ritual. Baron isn't apparently a normal whatever she is.
Jill?
Shield, yes. Sorry, it's been a while. She isn't a normal shield. I don't really know what that means, but I know that it apparently makes her much more valuable. And that's why they're so determined to find you. By the way, she who can totally hear everything is just like laughing and staring at you from atop this glass mug. She's got a very broad grin on her face. To be honest, I'm thinking it might even be better if I just sort of scout from here. There's a million shacks like this up on this side of the continent. And even if they got here, they'd be digging through all of them for one guy.
Sure about that?
I've been able to avoid them so far by being here. And since you've killed those 2 apprentices, I can't imagine she'll leave us alone, but I don't know what else she can send at us.
And if those 2 are the best you've got, then you might be safe with us.
Maybe. Maybe so. I admit, I've not... I probably don't smell that good. Okay. It'll take me a few days to get there by foot, but I'll start on my way.
Well, I guess we'll meet you on the road.
Are you gonna walk up here?
Yeah, I've got potentially a couple of people who've...
Okay. I mean, if you want to meet me on the road, that'll just make it safer for me, so... Sure.
But I'll see you soon then.
Wait.
What?
So... When it all went down, couldn't find you, couldn't find Gale. But I've heard a few things.
Like?
Well, they For one, they knew about all our hideouts at Enid. I never even got back to the city before they were looted and taken apart. People were waiting. They even knew our plans afterwards. If I hadn't warned Null, he wouldn't have escaped the rendezvous point. They've also talked about a prisoner, and I don't know. I don't think that she would talk, but it sounds like they might have Gale with them.
It wouldn't spill the beans.
No, but these are mages. We already knew that one of her apprentices had powers somewhat like mine. It might not have been her spilling the beans at all.
Is that where we're going to heading next then?
I haven't been able to find. I assume they are still at her sanctum, but I can't say for certain. I haven't been near there since the event. If that's where you want to go, I'll follow you there. Especially if you have some additional help you think can make this work.
Let's meet up first.
Okay. As long as I'm maintaining this ghost, I can't move, so I have to go.
Okay. I'll meet you up with your share then. Other bits I picked up.
Oh. Well, okay. I mean... Oh, no. We should focus on Gale first. Okay, thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you, Karma.
Is gone. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
What did you say?
Gonna meet him a few days up north.
Awesome! We're finally getting everyone back together. Man, it's felt like ages.
Are we leaving now, or are we going to find the lab first?
Lab?
Oh. Yeah, we've been Black Sun at the moment, right?
Yeah, where Genus is out there looking for the lab. So, do we?
On the one hand, I want to wait for her,
Mhm.
even though I know she wouldn't do the same. But on the other hand, the longer we're here, the longer Karma's out on the road, and it'd be bad if he's caught out there.
Got it.
Reminds me, no. Keep and watch that night, right?
What?
Oh?
No. Yeah. Appleby? I think he's talking to No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone was listening. Okay, so what'd you say? Oh, no.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah. So, Karma's meant to be keeping watch, right?
Like, now?
Oh, back at the heist.
He's gonna be keeping... Well, if we're going back there, is that what you're saying?
Oh, back when we split up. Back when we went to get Varen.
Oh. Yeah, well, he was keeping us all connected, and he was making sure I knew which wall to go to, and he was making sure no one saw Gale if she had to move in an inconvenient way. You were just supposed to get to the ritual, which you did. Good job.
I did.
He was keeping watch. Yeah, I guess that's what we'd call it.
So then, going silent for a bit after that.
What?
As in, during the ritual, I couldn't hear him at all.
No, he said he couldn't talk to you once you got in that room.
You could.
You could?
You could hear him though.
I could hear him, yeah. But I was outside. By the wall.
Okay. That's all I wanted to clear up. Thanks.
Yeah. Apparently, while the ritual was going down, that's when everything kind of went nuts. We don't know. He seems to think that Gale got noticed or something, but I can't say. Right. So, she's pretty good at not being noticed.
And he should have been directing Harm where to go.
Yes.
Well, okay then. Anyway, we'll share here as well if you want it. It's kind of a miracle that it hasn't been
What?
stolen from me at this point.
What is it? Should you be taken from my share?
Hey. No, I've got I'm just gonna reach into a bag and take out 400 gold, I guess.
Oh. So, like, you kind of reach in and go, and just, like, pour it on top of his bag, 400 gold. Holy moly. What did you do for this?
This is just stuff I grabbed on the way out, like, some of it sold for crazy amounts.
That's ridiculous. But I guess it makes sense. She's not just a mage, she's a wealthy mage. So, well, awesome. I worked for 3 weeks to get this. But, yours was more high risk, so it makes sense that you got more. Yeah, totally fine. I was just guarding some plants.
And that's why we were doing it, right?
Yeah. Cool. Real cool. Anyways, thank you. I might commission myself some better armor now.
I might be able to get you some better armor if you want.
Oh?
Well, that's
You
right,
got
Joel
money.
can make artifacts.
Oh, wait.
I need to have something to make it out of, but
Well, he kind of like poses a little. I got this, and he does have some half plate, but it's just regular half plate.
yeah, I say I'll see what I can do later, but beforehand, could I speak with Omen alone, please? And this time, while you're out of earshot.
Okay. I have to go outside, though. It's cold out there.
Won't be long.
Macklin says, I can lock him in the cellar. It's also cold down there,
Macklin,
though.
I would also appreciate it if you weren't listening.
I can lock us both in the cellar. Okay, fine. And he, you see him, wiping off his hands, and he goes upstairs. And Null nods and slowly walks out the door and closes it behind him.
It's not about whether or not people can listen to us in this country. It's who's listening to us in this country.
Yeah.
Do you know why this person who contacted us just now couldn't contact us? Couldn't contact you before? Because if Noel was contactable, you should have been contactable as well.
I've been maintaining a spell myself until now, but pretty good at finding people.
Okay. So it was your doing that made it hard to find you.
Don't know.
Well, you said you were maintaining a spell.
By the way,
No, sorry.
I was just going to say, just to make sure I haven't said anything in a confusing way, he meant that when she entered the chamber the ritual was being performed in, he couldn't speak to her anymore. Null himself wasn't even in the building. He was breaking the building from the outside, and not necessarily into that chamber either. He was providing an exit route that she would be able to run to later, which she did use to escape, but she didn't find Null there because he had done it a while ago. Yeah. So, there you go.
Got it. So,
I mean, that spell makes it so it's harder to track me. Doesn't mean I'm impossible to find, as we found out.
yes.
It's taken me this long to find Noel, so
That's fair. I was just trying to understand the reasons for your separation when one of you has long-range power, communication powers like this. This makes a little bit more sense. Right. Well, are we going to? We should at least tell Macklin if we're going to leave Genus here for a little bit. It will give her time to find out the hiding spot, or we could wait for her and leave with her. It's up to you.
well, yeah, that's right. I am your leader now. Oh, no, Genus could probably catch up with us, no problem. But here to get on her bad side, she might be less likely to help. Kind of surprising she is still helping us.
We're getting her a lot of gold. To be fair. And also, I think she's nicer than she lets on.
Oh, if you say so.
So,
Speaking of, you decided what you're doing with Denning?
oh,
I mean, if you can promise me it'll work, then I have a problem with it.
unfortunately, I can't absolutely promise you it will work. But I'm pretty confident with the amount of knowledge that I have and the copy of the book that I have that it's probably going to be okay. The problem is
Look, can you promise me you'll try your best to make it work?
yes, I can definitely promise
That's
this.
fine.
I am actually very invested in this since I've made a pact with the Empress and he's charged me to protect Jenny. It's
Empress of Abel?
oh no. The Arcana, the Empress, the embodiment of feminine creation, motherhood, and protection. Have you ever heard of Aeons or Arcanans?
I'd like to make an occult check on that.
I'm pretty sure you have, but roll just an occult check to make sure. Your occult's not that bad either.
I mean, not specialised in it, so...
No. Oh, 40? Is that a low roll for you?
Yeah, it's a high roll
you've
for me,
heard of-
actually.
Yeah, you've heard of the Aeon. The Arcana is like, you might have heard the name once or twice in your studying, but not just a ton. You've heard more about the Aeons. You know they're like just crazy powerful monsters.
Is that big one of the lightning?
Yes, Rudraksha. Rudraksha is the embodiment of storms. So every time there's a storm and people see it and feel anything with it, it gives power to Rudraksha in the spiritual world. It's the same with the Empress. Every time something related to motherhood happens, she gains a little bit of that power. So the strongest concepts in the world can be summoned by summoners, and we can make pacts with them. The Empress has granted me her powers in exchange for protecting Jenny. I have to stop all harm from happening to Jenny, so I'll be trying my best to ensure that nothing that qualifies as harm will be happening to him.
I get it.
Alright, so are we, not sure I picked up on your decision. Are we, waiting for Genus or going now?
I mean, if you think we can convince her to catch us up with us, and yeah, I think we should leave.
Alright. Maybe it's best that we come back here after we've picked up your friend. This way we can take care of the outpost and then move on. Or is there? I thought you mentioned there was somebody else that we needed to pick up afterwards. So just want to make sure what's the top priority here.
Well, it might take us a while to get to where I think Karma is. I don't know if we have time to head all the way up there and then back down here for Genus. But it's not like that going anywhere, right?
It's not
They
what?
can walk. That Black Sun outpost isn't going anywhere yet, is it?
That's
That
fair,
house
but,
make them walk.
Yes. Well,
They?
they did evacuate the scientists from the previous site that we went to. I just wanna catch one of them and find out who the patriarch of the family is, and base my next actions on that. But I guess the building itself is not gonna be going anywhere. In this case, we should probably find Genus and leave with her. Maybe Macklin can know how to contact her easily.
It's an idea. Oh right, he's not listening now. He called us back in then.
Are you gonna call him back in now?
Yeah.
All right. You can call him right back in. What are you gonna go?
What?
What?
Cut out.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Macklin, like, you have to go upstairs and find him because he didn't just leave. He went off to do something else. But you can like hear him stomping around on the second floor, and you eventually find him like cleaning a bed in the one available room. And he says, "Oh, what? Are you done?"
We need your help finding Genus.
Finding Genus? She's probably out on the town.
Okay, any idea where?
Well, I admit I'm kind of paid not to know. Do you need to talk to her urgently? Is she in danger?
I mean, no. One might be.
We have to leave town, and it's a matter of somewhat of a matter of urgency. So, I suppose we should. Do you know where we're going, Omen?
We're going north.
It's somewhat vague. I'm not sure she'd be able to find us that well.
I think she knows the directions at least.
I say we...
Make obvious where we are. How about that?
That's fair. She did find us already after she left us in Terra Santa. Alright. Macklin, when you see her, tell her we're heading north to find someone and to meet up with us, and we'll make it obvious where we are.
North. Oh, all right. I will do that.
All right, let's head off, woman.
By the way, it is night, so you rest one more night and then go?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So you take a nap, you guys relax for the evening, and in the morning, you'll gather your things and head out once more, out of the city. Taking the wagon and all of it, everything in it north through the entrance you came into. Thankfully, since you now have your wagon and everything, you do have to contest with the crowds on your way out again. You may throw them food. However, if you just keep a solid face and continue to drive, you will eventually make it out reasonably fine. Now, you do remember that he said he would take some days to get to you. I'm going to pop back up into this menu. The main road out of Tibusport is directly northwest, and then that's Port Road. Okay. This is directly west to cross Mudasta Gravitas, and then north there are just like some really muddy paths. Obviously, it's not going to be that far, but just some like very muddy paths north along the coast. There's some people travel them, mostly just wagons full of fish and things to try to supply Tibusport with food. Other than that, there's not really a travel path. So you are just going to take your way north. These guys, this guy, this guy, this guy. Gina stays back here. It will be 2 days of journeying before you come across anyone. Thankfully, there isn't a whole lot of confusion to have. Like, there's not a lot of side paths. There are some that just go back into the woods to small civilizations that have taken, like, that have set up where the ground is, like, thicker and not quite as watery. But you eventually make your way along the shore. Make a notice check, Omen.
If it's gonna be a couple of days, I think I could try some more invocations.
Okay, we can try some more invocations.
Alright.
He did say it would be a foot, one or two before by car.
I'll do
So you
what?
can start.
Sorry, you started cutting off.
Okay, 1 second. Let me pop back in and out. All right. Any better?
Yeah.
All right. He said it would take a good few days for him to get down to Tibusport on foot. You guys walking there, though, would cut down the distance of probably 2 days. So, yes, you have a couple of invocations you can do.
All right. Let's see. Just checking if I'm still level. Yes, I'm level 7. Perfect. So.
It's gonna be a few minutes. That's fine.
All right. Okay. In this case, I'm gonna do the strength. Okay. So, one day I'm gonna head off. Probably like by a beach. Hopefully, somewhere that's like far enough from from any houses or anything. I'm trying to do this as discreetly as possible. So probably like if by the sea there's like a cave that I could do this in, I will do it in a cave.
Okay. Make a quick search check. You can make it with any of your familiars as well.
Okay, cool. In this case, I will probably get one of my familiars to help me out on this, because I'm not very good at searching. Wait, oh, that was Idarid. Search. It's based on sight, I assume.
Yep. All right. Who is that first one?
The first one is Idarid.
Okay, that's enough. You're looking. There are a lot of houses, a lot of like fishing boats along this river, especially as you were just coming out of Tebus Port. So it's near the end of the first day that you're finding like a couple more rocky areas, some wider, expansive beach where there aren't people, and you actually like see just over the bend like a little hill and a little like rocky cove that you can sort of like hide in.
All right.
And
okay. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
It is fairly quiet. There might be somebody like over a couple kilometers south. You can like vaguely see the lights in some houses over there, but it's far away. That's very unlikely that anyone's going to be able to see you here.
Okay. I'm gonna take a stick, draw a circle in the sand, add it in some mystical runes, and I'm going to spend a minute calling upon the strength.
The strength. All right.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be fun.
It is. I'm probably not gonna do what you're expecting me to do, but yeah. All right, 376. That is enough.
All right. You summon the strength. It appears the reality around you seems suddenly tense. Little fissure cracks appearing out of nothing before a massive hand reaches in. Its muscular, furred like a girth ending in runic carved claws. They pull reality apart, and it steps in before you. It is a tremendous four-armed beast with like stone that seems to be made of stone with all sorts of intricate markings over its body. And it raises its hand and closes it sharply with like this awful crunch that seems to make a rumbling within the earth itself. A wave comes crashing in from the shore, and then leaping out of it, there seems to be this tempest of water that has formed before you. And you hear in its incredibly deep reverberating voice, "Are you ready?"
For what? Do I know exactly what the pact? Do I have enough occult to know what the pacts are supposed to be?
Generally, yes.
Okay.
He will say, "You must conquer this adversary with your own strength."
I am ready.
He seems to like fracture himself, but when he shatters, like it just seems to suck him into a void of nothing, and he's gone. And the water elemental is there.
Okay.
Now, if you want to give me just a second, I will make just a really quick little map for you.
Yep.
Okay.
So
but what is your first turn idea?
I am. I'm preparing a ritual. A summoning ritual.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Da. And then... now, have you been preparing it this entire time, or is just as soon as the thing is summoned, you begin preparing this ritual?
Since it's for another skill, then the one I used to summon, I'm going to basically bind the elemental.
Yeah.
So just in order to like defeat it without having to use violence. So if I could still, if the minute that I spent calling upon the strength could be used to also prepare to give me a bonus to bind, that would be good. Otherwise, I would have started preparing to bind as soon as the strength appeared. So it's up to you whether it's been a minute or or just like a few seconds?
I would say that like you can't like we know that you can only prepare one summon bind control thanks to our last thing. So I
per
would be
turn.
kind of
Per
per
turn.
turn, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that I would allow you to prepare like a bind, summon, and control ritual for different things on the single turn.
Yeah.
So
that's
yeah.
fair. So
In that case, we might not really need the battle, but I'm still gonna keep making this really swift map. So tell me what you do.
I'm once I have had not 15 seconds, I'm just gonna go with 3 turns. So like 9 seconds since the strength appeared. I'm going to try to bind the Undyne into my +5 short sword.
Okay, make your binding check. It is technically slightly stronger than your regular Undyne, but
Okay.
only slightly.
Okay, that's fine by me. Bind, and I have a -20 because it's only been 3 turns.
Yeah.
Okay. 331. Okay. That means 331 is enough. Unless it. Sorry, no, that's banish. My bad. Unless it's a level 9, I bind it.
It is not a level 9, so
What level is it so that I can know how much the
it's
honor
level
is?
7. It's
Oh.
level 7.
Okay.
I'll give you specific stats for it. It just is slightly better. It also does not actually. It's not technically an Undyne. It doesn't have like the female shape.
Okay.
But you quickly snap your fingers and bind it into your short sword.
All right. Okay. Does that mean I've got the strength technically?
No, unfortunately, the strength will say you will hear it say you have failed my test.
That's a shame. Can I try again another time?
If you want to, I will let you ask that question, and it will say that's the monster you have to beat.
All right. That's too bad then.
Technically, the quest is still open. If you ever decide you want to show down with this water elemental and do that, you will then get the strength, but it will not let you keep summoning elementals.
Yeah. I just used the pact to get
It's just
another creature.
Oh.
I used the rules to circumvent my ability to summon new things.
You just don't get strict now. Oh wait, you're right. You can't summon things. I forgot.
I can't summon things because I'm a.
You get one. You get one, and it's an elemental, and that's all you get.
That's fair, but since level 7, I can make it into a familiar if we get along. So I'm gonna talk with it and be like, all right, the strength asked me to kill you, but I don't want to do that. Hi, who are you? And what's your name? I'm Jorl. Are you muted, Appleby?
I am. I said, you can. It's silent for a moment. You can hear this. There's these tenebrous thoughts inside. Whatever it is very confused. And it says, your name is Jorah?
Yes. I used to be known as Octavius of the Thousand Beasts. But I've relinquished that name with my old life.
Closest I could say in your language. My name would, or with your tongue, my name would be Svaliva.
Svaliva.
There it is.
Okay. Right. Where do you know if your an elemental of a specific river or a specific part of the sea?
It seems to respond to you like very hastily. It says, I was ambient energy in the sea until I was called forward. I think there was some part of me that was conscious, but this is very disorienting.
I understand. Welcome to existence and consciousness. You're a water spirit, a water elemental, born from a reflection of physical things, and you're not the first one I've encountered. I just thought it would be nice to meet someone like you, get to know you, see if you want similar things to what I want, and see if you want to travel with us and join us, potentially, if you're interested.
I don't know what I want.
Right?
I kind of want to be out of this sword.
Oh, yes! I release it from the sword.
Alright. He sprays forth, landing and swirling once again immediately into a vaguely tempest shape. It sort of like writhes back and forth, waving. It's very strange. You hear it like bubbling from within. I still feel like I'm here to fight you.
Yes, that might have to do, something to do with the circumstances that brought you here. I called the strength. And in order to make a pact with it, I have to defeat you. But I don't feel the need to. If you don't want to fight, you don't have to.
I think some part of me does want to fight. That seems to be the only purpose I have here.
Right. Well, if you want, we can travel together, and I can call upon you when there are fights.
Can I fight? Now.
If you'd like, we could do that. Yes, but just not until either of us dies.
It seems to like wave for a moment and says, This is acceptable. I don't know fully what conflict is or why I desire it.
Time to try it out.
Alright. You ready to fight an elemental? What are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna cast the Wheel of Fortune at it a few times.
Oh gosh, okay. You're gonna cast the Wheel of Fortune? Okay.
Yeah, basically. So I'm gonna take like 3 turns before I even try to do that. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be defending, and yeah.
Okay. In that case, let me do just this real quick thing. The battlefield won't really matter too much now,
Yeah.
but alright, make your defenses against the power of this mysterious water beast.
Defenses, got it.
Hold on a minute, let me bring it up. I'll get back to it. Okay.
So
Oh, I'm dumb. I misplaced it all over.
293.
Alright. That's pretty good. Man, I forget how strong your defenses are. Wait, did you? Oh no, you just rolled really well. I thought you open rolled.
Yeah.
Alright. The first thing the thing does, as you say you're ready, is it seems to like bubble in its body, seems to like expand, and just a single jet of water shoots out at you. 270. Strikes your shield, does you no harm. However, it does deal 70 damage to your shield.
Okay. The shield doesn't break.
Alright. Oh! Genus is here.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just talking over a quick mission. Okay, so yes, you the first round is fine. You have 1 round to charge. Next round, are you still charging?
Yep.
Oh, you have a really good defense then. This time, you feel the magic rising up within it. You can Iterid says, "Oh, it's casting spells." She knows it has the gift. It is that much like a regular Undyne.
Mm-hmm.
It'll throw 2 of them at you this time, so make 2 defenses.
Okay. That's 235 on the second one.
Okay. The second one, your absorption absorbs it, but you are technically unable to act. Not that you're doing anything, but preparing your ritual anyways.
Yeah. And roll initiative for the third 10, I suppose?
Yep. Roll initiative for the third 10. Let me bring up the third thing. Where's my timer? There it is. Dang it. Okay, well, yours is 103.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Hey, Genus.
Hey.
Hello. It goes first.
Okay.
It is going to make 3 attacks against you this turn. 2 with its water limbs.
Okay. I gotta check real quick my creation shield.
Yep.
Just to... Okay. 200, that's 250 life points. It's multiplied by 2 because of my meta magic, so that's 500 life points. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be able to break the shield even if I properly defend. So I make 3 defense rolls.
Yep. 3 defense rolls.
Joel's summoned a water elemental as part of an invocation, and he's fighting that by himself.
He cheated.
I'm fighting my next familiar, basically.
Okay. Alright. The first one... Did I roll the first one? Yeah. First one strikes you. You can no longer take active actions this turn, but you do not take damage. You're just wet now. Second one, same thing. Oh wait, that third one's different. Third one is not the same roll. I'll keep that 60 though, since it's not so good.
Yeah. Right.
The third one is actually 30 points lower, so it is 210, and you completely deflect the last one. However, in total, well, actually, you didn't deflect the first 2, so only the last one deals 100 points of damage as from its core that fires shards of ice at you.
Ooh, nice. So that was a spell, right?
That was a spell. That was the basic ice shards.
All right.
However, you cannot take an active action this turn, so you must continue the ritual.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Wait, unless the tower is a passive action.
Oh shoot! Well, you're casting the tower.
Sorry, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is passive variable.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So basically it depends on. Okay, so here's the thing. I can try to cast it, and if it ends up being a passive, and if the Wheel of Fortune ends up on a passive thing, I can't. I could cast it, but I'm just gonna wait until I have the opportunity to use it as an active action instead. So
All right.
hopefully I open roll
One-
initiative soon or something.
Yeah, something. Ba-ba.
Nope.
All right. Now this turn, instead of throwing its like just whips of water at you, you see it like begin to spin faster. It leaps into the air and curls, arcing down towards you. It is going to like smash down and engulf you.
Okay. Hopefully my shield holds steady, because that sounds scary.
You can actually, let's see. Okay, you can't attack this turn. However,
Yeah.
as you are in like this whirlwind, you can't see anything outside. You hear, you actually see something scrape across your shield and realize there are shards of ice in this whirlwind.
Okay. Also, I think the absorption isn't enough to stop me from taking damage here.
It is, your absorption is 20, which brings it down to 1 point over you. It needs 10 points to deal damage.
Okay.
Unless that's lower than 221.
Oh, yeah, good. Alright. Okay, so initiative again.
Initiative again. Up there's 5 more than that.
Well, but me being old and having slow reflexes is showing.
Yep, that's the penalty leaders there. Is that 138 your initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, however, this is a maintained attack. It hits you at the very start of the round.
Oh.
Same thing.
Alright. Still gonna put me on the defensive. My rolls have
So
been
you're
pretty
like-
bad.
You're like twitching, and like
Yeah.
every couple of seconds, another one comes just like within an inch of your face. So this is not very comfortable right now.
Yeah. And I am now at 5 which is even better to summon things.
Hopefully, it's not gonna make it so bad for itself. But you may now. Initiative.
Oh, it's initiative again. Got it.
One.
1. Jeez.
Suffer its attack. Oh, rolled low.
Me too. Oh, sorry. I've been rolling with Idar. I rolled with Idarid's initiative, not mine. My
I
bad.
admit, I was kind of feeling that you were pretty fast for an old man with that, but
Yeah.
I don't think you would have
it's-
been surprised though.
Yeah. All right. Ooh.
Defense open roll. All right. Okay. You are not put on the defensive. However, it's still its turn, and it casts another magical spike at you.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Someone is at the door. I'll be right back.
All right. So, hi, Genius. You okay?
Hey. Yeah, I'm fine. According to the digital clock, the power went out for the whole valley at 2:08 a.m., so it's been 8.5 hours.
Well, it's a good thing they finally got it up. So, for your part, you have been hanging around the city.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. We'll finish this fight, and then we'll keep you updated, or get you updated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second defense.
Second defense.
221. Yes.
All right, you got the second one too. You can now cast your ability.
All right. Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Who wants to roll? Genus? You want to roll 200?
Why not?
No, well, your roll should let you decide, but I figured that was the funny.
Yeah. Go ahead if you want to roll.
58.
58 is the Hanged Man. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh no.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Hurt you or the monster?
The
To
monster.
clarify.
220, 225. That brings me to 140. Okay. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man appears as a middle-aged man with rope marks on his hands and feet. His overall look may vary, but it is commonly that of a knight with old and rusty armor. The Hanged Man holds out its hand towards the invoker and receives the character's sacrificed blood. The character need not do anything in this process, since temporary stigmata appear in the character's body and his blood flies towards the Arcana's hands. Once it has received the blood, the Hanged Man kneads it, molds it into the shape of a crimson lance with supernatural chains, and throws it against the adversary.
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to sacrifice. I need to sacrifice a certain amount of life points, and that will be the base damage times 4 of the damage of the attack that the hangman does. So
Jesus.
I am going to sacrifice 25 life points.
Okay, bring it to a damage of 100. So, by the way, from Omen's point of view, Joral's just been submerged in this whirlpool of water, and then like this girl appears next to him, like kind of with some armor on and like rope marks on her wrists, and looks over at him just like the biggest bit surprised, and then picks up a spear made of his own blood. Okay, so go ahead. You want to make the attack?
First of all, oh yeah, the attack ability is determined by how good my summoning is, and right now I'm summoning at +0. Oh no!
Oh,
No, you're gonna cut your elemental friend and gain the strength. Right?
Okay. Hold on one second. The difficulty of the Wheel of Fortune is 240, so I passed by 230. So I give 5 points. So 230. That's gonna be
115.
115 bonus to my attack. So it's
gosh.
plus. Hold on. Plus 240, 115. That's 355. Oh jeez.
Oh no.
Can I sacrifice less life points than
You
this?
can sacrifice less
Yeah.
life points. You can sacrifice less life points once the ritual's done, because you're like, whoa, this is gonna be really strong.
Yeah, this is gonna be really strong. I sacrifice 10 life points.
Okay, so 40 damage.
Yeah.
You can't catch the Pokemon if you make it faint.
Yeah, that's
what this is, yeah.
That's the thing. Okay. 384.
Oh,
Oh, it open rolled.
Hi.
it does take damage, but only 60%.
60% of 40.
24 damage.
Okay.
It's actually more like a little javelin, but
Yeah.
ching, as it shoots through it, it sort of melds with the creature's body, and you see half of it like slide around, almost being thrown off by its own momentum. Okay, so you dealt some damage to it.
Yeah.
With that one. However, it is not hurt terribly.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you going to like tell it to stop?
I think I'm going to like
Throw the Pokeball.
raise my hands and say, that's about all of the magic I have in me for today. Calling upon the strength and calling upon this it's about all I can do without drawing magic from my objects and the creatures around me. You've proven how powerful you are. I think you've won this fight.
There will be
My shield would have broken down eventually.
There will be one more round of scraping ice across your shield. Just one more.
Alright.
I'd also like you to make a persuasion check.
Yep.
There's the attack. Its attacks haven't been very good with the whirlwind or with the whirlpool. All right, you deflect it. You see another like strange ice claw within the pool scrape across over your face, barely missing.
And
With a decent persuasion check, the whirlwind doesn't actually cease, but it like slides off of you,
Okay.
and it says, "I still feel like I need to fight something."
Omen.
Philario?
Omen!
Philario, you want to have a go?
I'll have a go.
Okay.
I'm getting cramps in this object. Or wait, and she's in you, isn't she?
Yeah, she's bound to me.
I'm tired of being inside all day.
All right. Go
All right.
ahead, Philario.
All right, the Lariel bursts out, making her huge blood axes, and they just go at it. It's a battle between two creatures that are primarily liquid.
Yeah.
So there's like water and blood splattering everywhere, and really uncomfortable.
Yeah. She is gonna go for her faster attacks. So her, so using Thorn with the stats of the Tanto.
Okay. Svaliva will roll. Svaliva goes first.
Okay.
It moves, it like just lunges and uses its body to cover hers, and she will take that first attack.
Okay. What type of damage are you doing?
It is cut damage.
I don't think cut damage does anything to me.
Anything to her?
Hold on. I gotta check on the monster manual, but yeah, she's still gonna defend on this first. Ooh. Actually, that's a pretty good. Oh, I rolled a 4. Yeah, that's. Okay. I think I either take half damage or no damage from cutting. Just give me 1 second to check.
Very good.
Blood Rose. Body of blood. Her body is formed of animated blood that hardens and liquefies as she wishes, and she is able to slip through cracks and holes that liquids can pass through. In addition, all conventional attacks that use cut or thrust attack are unable to damage her, passing through her as if she were water and doing no harm. Weapons that use the impact attack type can affect her, but only deal half damage. All attacks that use the energy attack type can hurt her as normal, and I take double damage from fire, and I take extra penalties from cold-based attacks.
Okay, so it just like goes flailing towards her and like carves through, no damage.
Okay. I assume even if I didn't take any damage, I'm still put on the defensive.
Because she defended against it, though, now that she knows she doesn't really need to, it's like, oh. Wow.
Yes, but the elemental might have a cold secondary type for its attack.
It can possibly have that.
So.
Alright, so one more initiative, please.
Okay.
By the way.
Jeez, 4 again. Gosh, my rolls are terrible this fight. Open.
It's error.
It's open rolling its initiative.
Misses
Not quite.
the surprise by
Yeah.
10, though. Okay, so, okay. It actually, the whirlwind stops and it like slows. You can see like it has actually sort of formed arms in the middle of this conversation. They aren't very well formed, but you can see like vaguely shaped fingers or extra tendrils coming off of them now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it turns around and extends one of its arms, and you see the like fingers like split and multiply and freeze.
Ooh.
And she's gonna have to make a defense check against a freeze spell.
Yeah, I'm weak against freeze spells, so 306.
Everybody's weak against freeze spells except for freeze elementals.
That's fair. But like I take like particularly the difficulty to check to avoid all action penalties from cold attacks increases by 20 because of the ease in which her liquid body freezes. So my block is 306.
Your block is ooh, okay.
I rolled high on this block.
Yeah, so this is a good block to have. It is a spiritual attack, so no spells. Actually, it is a spiritual attack. Can she block energy?
Can I block energy?
It does not open roll.
Okay. Natural weapons. Damage energy. Yes, I can. I damage energy.
Alright, so she throws up a thin screen of her own blood and the ice ripples across it. You can see like just that amount of blood of her is frozen, but she is fine.
Alright. And counterattack.
And counterattack, yes.
So wait, I get a plus 30. Okay, nice. Cool. Oh, I spent 2 fatigue on that defense, by the way.
Okay. Good to know.
Counterattack, 281.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's 80% damage.
80% damage. The Tonto.
Oh, wait. I'm making sure that. Wow, what kind of damage are you using?
I'm using Thrust.
Thrust? Alright.
And it's 100 damage with everything.
Okay. 100 damage after the roll or 100 damage base?
Oh, the damage base is 100.
Okay.
And I did, 90%? No, 80%, so that's 18 points of
80%.
damage.
Now, because it is a water elemental and it has the water body ability, I believe that damage is also reduced, so let me check that real
Okay.
quick.
I'll let you check that.
This is gotta... Got
This,
to...
this feels like playing Pokemon.
It is like Pokemon. You gotta have the their weakness.
Oh, technically... Okay, so hold on one second. I'm not sure if I did that. Did I do that already? I might have. I gotta check.
You said it's thrust.
Yes, as its primary. I do
You
know.
step straight through it. It does no damage.
Oh my god!
They're water beings using knives against each other.
Fuck.
If you want,
Yeah.
does she have like she's like I want? Does she have anything else she can use? Like, can she? Did you want her to use impact attacks?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna switch to a Warhammer now.
Okay, I was gonna say if you want to, just like unless you want to play out this fight, I'm gonna do it myself. But I know it's a fight and just a small side fight.
Yeah. If,
I have an idea.
I'm just having them like I'm just having trying to get the elemental to like feel satisfied instead of trying to defeat it, you know?
Yeah. In that case,
quick,
I
switch
want you
out
to
to
make
the-
one more defense check.
Okay.
If
Switch
you would.
Switch out to your tree person and use Solar Beam.
Because if they succeed against defending against this,
It's a
then
life potion.
I do.
okay, you defend. There is one more time during the fight where it attempts to freeze the Lariel. The Lariel blocks spectacularly. And then over the rest of the fight, as long as you don't tell Lariel to like go with the big hammers and just slaughter it, they will nick at each other. It too trying to having now to throw slaps of water, which are much weaker than its claw attacks. It does. Flora will be slightly wounded. It will probably be a little bit more wounded, but you can just watch these two beasts like tear across the field. Like anyone who comes over here is going to be really weirded out because there's like a bunch of like tunnels being dug by their movements, and also half of them are full of blood. So this is going to spawn some weird rumors. However, after considerable fight, like a considerable time spent this way, both of them looking a little bit wearier, it will like collapse into like this puddle and just sort of ooze out across the ground.
Okay. I touched the sword to which it is bound and return it inside.
You hear it say briefly, I am briefly appeased, but I don't understand the point of this.
You're a Pokemon now. There's no point to anything.
Well, maybe like a storm, you feel the need to rage and expend your energy at times, and be still and quiet the rest of the time. If you want to keep existing like this, we can go around, and when you feel the urge, I can draw you out for more of this. Does that sound like something you'd want?
Why am I with you? Why do you have me?
I'm a summoner. It's what I do. I try to meet new creatures like you.
It gives you satisfaction.
Most of the time, yes.
Okay. I want
my-
to think for a while.
All right. I'll let you think in the sword, and we can talk about it more later. I
Alright.
sheathe the sword and head back towards Omen.
Is
Alright.
my only purpose to fetch the butter? Yep, that's why I built you.
All right, so you now have a thoughtful water elemental in a bottle, or in a sword.
Yep.
Saliva.
Yeah.
And you can continue on.
All right.
What the fuck happened over there?
You just saw like water tearing itself apart and bleeding.
I summoned the strength, and the strength asked me to fight a creature, and instead of fighting it, I befriended it.
Oh, okay. So when you were saying before about how like these eons are like crazy powerful and you shouldn't mess with them, like not true. Different for you.
So the arcanas, I don't. Nobody's ever seen an arcana take like manifest physically like the aeons do. So I don't think it will retaliate against me for using it to summon a creature. And I don't really care about making a pact with the strength, anyways. I was just doing it to meet a new elemental.
Fucked dimensional being.
Sorry?
Get fucked dimensional being, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, pretty much. One level 7 water elemental.
I am actually building it as a character. You probably see it up there.
Yep.
It's not done yet, but it'll be done in a bit.
Cool. And that's it for the incarnation I do. I do.
Do you have another one you want to summon on the way?
No, it's because I'm gonna have to maintain this this elemental in the sword for a while. It's gonna lower how quickly I regenerate my Xeon. So so I'm just gonna wait for a few days. But yeah.
All right.
Does Genus catch up to us?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we actually haven't told Genus like what was happening.
Yeah.
So you spent that one day doing your own thief stuff, which we will talk about. However, I've randomly Macklin, like as soon as you walk back into the Duchess Vine, Macklin comes up to you and says, "Your friends are gone."
Gone
they've
where?
gone. They said they were moving along the northern shores. They are meeting someone. I don't know. I think they wanted to keep it a little bit vague, like you do.
Whatever. I need to go see if Tavi has any news for me anyway.
All right. I hope they're safe.
If they die, they die. They often flirt with death. I say waving it off as I go upstairs. Come,
Right.
Jenny.
Jenny. By the way, Jenny is a little bit different too.
What happened?
Then
Joro, what did you do?
Nothing like immediately noticeable. However, like there's just this kind. There's like as you walk with him, and you know you're. Is she still shielded? By the way, Joro?
Yeah.
Is still shielded?
I actually.
I thought she was unshielded. I didn't know if you reshielded her.
Oh yeah, no, I'm maintaining the shield constantly. I'm just wondering if we would have taken Jenny with us, because I need to keep an eye on her, on him. Yeah.
Jenny's mine. Back off.
We left with Jenny, and yeah.
Oh no.
We left with Jenny.
Wait,
Wait.
where's Jenny?
Oh, Jenny went with him.
God. This is why I hate them. They never respect what's mine. I say as I grumble. As I say, what? The Northern Shore?
Yeah, well, just like up a ways. They didn't specify exactly where, but they couldn't have gotten too far in one day.
I'm not going to be happy about this. I need to talk to Tavi.
Okay.
And by the way, if they come here before I come back down or I'm out, let them know they're gonna pay. I
Okay.
say as I go upstairs.
Okay. You do that. I guess I'm gonna keep cleaning this bar. There's nothing to do around here. And you can go back up to talk to Tabby.
Hmm.
You just barge right in?
I knock.
Okay. Come in, says Tabby. It's getting a little later in the day.
Yeah. I go inside. They took my zombie.
Yes. Important zombie.
It's mine. I laid claim. I say as I sit down at Tavi's desk and I cross my arms and pout.
Did they leave anything here?
I don't know.
You should take something of equal value.
Oh, they know me. They probably took everything of equal value that they equal value with them. I say with a gribble. The only thing I have. Did you get any information on the Black Sun headquarters here?
Well, I wouldn't be quite so confident to call it the Black Sun headquarters, but there has been some unusual activity around the city, especially since the event of Terra Santa.
Good.
We have a place for you to check out if you'd like.
Now I have something of value to hold over Joral's fucking head. I grumble out. So
She smiles and nods, and she brushes some of her own papers off of a map of the city, and she says, directly after the event of Terra Santa, there are apparently several cargo ships and transport ships leaving the dock that were not signed to enter. And they seem to exit, witnesses say, from some place just south of where the docks are. And I'll bring you back to this page real quick since we're in this. Oops. Nope.
nah.
All right. She will say, they seem to be largely docking and leaving from this little area just over here, which isn't really that far from the Duchess Vine.
I nod and I nod and say, all right, well, that's good information for now. That's a good place to start for now. Certainly.
I have some people exploring the area, but perhaps even more evidence is there seems to be a security detail over there that doesn't bear any signs of the Barons of Somer. Or, sorry, this is actually me trying to remember the name as well. There we go. The Von Malaki. The Von Malachi, who are one of the major families that hold sway over the town and all of Dwanholm.
Alright, well, at least it's information I can hold over Gerald's fucking head now. I grumble. Before asking anything else. Any letters from Sophie yet?
None from Sophie yet. Are you going to chase them down, or are you going to wait for them to come back?
I'm not chasing after them. They took my fucking zombie without my permission.
Well then, what are you doing next 24 hours? Have any plans?
Except making Gerald suffer, no.
Well, they're going to be gone for a little while. I have something you could do that might get you a little bit of money.
I'm listening.
In our explorations of weird things around the town, we discovered that some churchgoers have apparently claimed there's a trap door behind the altar. No one's ever really been allowed up there, and it's an old, decrepit building with a bunch of poor do-gooders, so there haven't really been any attempts to explore until I have his name here, sorry. There we go. Fitz was talking about how he saw something very shiny and golden there. We think that there might be a drop point from the. Sorry, I have to go back through all my notes. I was like, this is going to be there as soon as this game starts. All right. Yes. After doing a little bit of exploring down there, we found a hideout that we think belongs to Kovan and his men. But before I could get too far, the do-gooders came back, and if any of them are with Kovan and they find Fitz down there, we're going to be in trouble. You, though, might be able to sneak in a little better. We know that there's something of worth down there. Kovan got a little statue, but he said there was a chest in there that was bound to have gold in it. And if it is Kovan, which we think it is, we've seen a couple of familiar faces. We might figure out where he's been putting all that money from. The Nuremberg job. Do you have any memory of that?
Do I?
Make a memorize check.
71.
You don't remember that much of it. Kovac is one of the people here, one of the gang lords. He's not one of the major powers, but he's somebody who Octavia has been rummaging and fighting against and trying to one-up for quite some time. Nuremberg is a place just south of T-Bus, and apparently it was Octavia's plan to get an entire trade ship that was supposedly loaded with gold that had just set off from Tibor and wreck it down in Nuremberg. It happened, but Novak was there first. She didn't have the actual combative manpower to keep them from taking everything that they took from the ship.
Jeez. Alrighty. I'll just need some lock-picking tools. Tools, basically.
We can provide them.
Yeah. Also, I just had an idea. Did Jorah leave the cart?
No, he took it.
Damn it!
You think they'd walk?
More importantly, do you think we'd leave you with the cart?
Aderad would be like, please don't leave the cart here. Alright. So, while you consider what you want to do with your time, since you are not going to meet up with them, we're going to head back to Jorah and Omen.
I'm gonna go break in and steal some shit from the church.
Alright, you're going to head into the church? Okay. We're back out into the big map, just for a brief time. You now have... Were you going to summon any more people? Or any more invocations?
Depends how many days pass.
One more day.
Then no.
Okay. You have one more day of traveling. You have learned by now that people in these little fishing towns generally don't like others coming in, especially even if you go in for food, the prices here seem pretty high for food compared to what they would be in town. And most of the time it's just dirty looks and they'll spit on your shoes and stuff. They're not very friendly in Dwanhove. Very nervous about people taking their stuff. So you've been camping a little bit away from the coast, just under some trees every night that you can. And you're bedding down for night 2. Omen, please make a psychic resistance check.
Good. Good for made one of those.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I don't think you made one yet. Quick look. Alright, you do not resist, which is good for you, because after you guys have been bedded down, most of you are probably asleep, Chef will probably alert. I imagine you have Chef ready to alert you if somebody's coming into camp. I imagine you also don't have him set to kill.
No.
Okay. Chef will violently kick a stone that makes a very loud thump, and everybody and jolts everybody awake as a rather skinny man comes into the camp. He is a little bit older than both Null and Omen, and he looks even worse for wear than Null did. He's rather slender. Keeps a kind of colorful robe closely tucked around himself. His feet are totally muddy, and he's wearing very basic sandals. Obviously been walking a whole lot and probably sleeping in the cloak, so not very clean either. He has somewhat longer brown hair that kind of falls down to about his chin, but it's curled now and a little bit muddy as well. And he says, looking up at Chef, "Oh, man?
Over here. That's obviously not me.
No. I was just making sure I was in the right place."
It's fine. He won't hurt you. Unless I tell it to.
He squints at it. Does it cook?
I've never tried telling it to, actually.
Why is it wearing that hat?
Was to hide its horrible face.
I'm sure you could have found a better hat, but it looks good. He comes over to you and he slides to his knees and sighs and says, "Hi, Omen."
Hey, come.
He looks
Oh,
around
shit.
slowly. Yeah, I feel like it.
Hello, I'm Jorl.
Hey, he extends a very twiggy hand to shake yours. Sorry. Been sleeping in clay for the past week.
Would you like something to eat? We made some soup with vegetables we found on the side of the road.
Yes, please.
Here,
I have been dining on a diet of exclusively fish.
Here. Let me grab you an apple first. Here, you can start dining on this while I heat the soup back up.
Out of apples.
She grows more.
Yeah.
He kind of brings his knees up and just has the apple and takes a bite, and you can just see he's eyes closed, just enjoying a brief moment. Says, "Okay. Almost all together again."
Is Null up?
No is up, and he Karma is obviously breathing in this sense of security and relief. Null just flops down next to him, snapping the log he was sitting down. He's just chomping on a whole loaf of bread. He's "Yo, Karma," and brings a shoulder or an arm around his shoulders and pulls him in. "Good to see you, buddy. Now, how are we gonna get Gale back?"
Or well, we don't really know if she's still in the stronghold, right?
I don't know that. Think that. That's my best guess.
You haven't been able to find her then.
No. There was one apprentice who I heard about the prisoner related to us, so I assume it's her. I couldn't read the other one's mind. They both seemed ready for me after the event.
These are encountered, right?
Well, there was the one whose mind I couldn't read was a kind of gaunt boy, just about our age, I'd say, and he essentially describes the psychic one, the one that you have totally murdered. However, The other one he describes is a young woman with very short black hair and like piercing yellow eyes. He got into her mind for a little while, and you don't remember anyone who looks like that. Angela, I believe her name was like a long, like had long blonde hair and the baby blue eyes, and was just very happy and good lucky.
Okay, well, yeah, Chef dealt with one of those. Or
Well, you call him Chef too.
well, yeah, it's obviously why, right?
Yeah. Okay. He smiles. He says, "Man, I wish I'd got. No offense, no, but I kind of wish I'd gotten split up with the people who survived Terra Santa so I could dress up a zombie and make jokes about it." Also, Jenny's like just standing out past the fire, like looking, and if you look at him, you can see the light reflecting red in his eyes, and he's like, "Who's that one?"
That's Jenny, who is. I guess he's more like Genus's zombie. Like, it wasn't my idea to take him, but
Mm.
him too. I don't know.
Yes, I'm sure I can find our way back to the fortress if we want to look at it. If you killed her apprentice, though, she's gonna be mad, and I want to be better prepared than we were.
I mean, in terms of numbers, we definitely are.
That's
I mean,
all,
we don't have gate.
altogether, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. Yeah, 10 people.
You got 10 people?
Yeah. Well,
He looks around and he counts Jenny, Joral,
Omen, Chef,
Omen,
Jenny.
Chef. I counted Jenny.
Oh. Sorry.
Itered.
Well, none of my summons are visible at the moment.
Oh, okay, Itered's not here. Okay, never mind. So he's just looking around like, you have some more waiting somewhere?
Yes.
Technically, we don't
I
have.
hope you haven't replaced this.
No one, they couldn't replace you. Of course not. We do have a thief who might be on the way.
Oh, Gale won't like that.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, trustworthy she is anyway, but
You're talking about your new thief?
yeah, actually, something. I'm going to whisper it into the Pellegrini.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'd forgotten out of game as well, so... Genus, hey.
The fuck do you want, zombie thief?
Whoa,
way-
not my idea.
Partially because Eunice is mad, and also because of your relationship. Like, this comes in like very echoey and like ghost-like, so that's very creepy the first time you hear it, Genus.
Hmm.
Yeah, you wouldn't have come to find us if we didn't take Jenny with us anyway.
I'm not coming to go find you assholes. And by the way, I'm not so sure I want to give you any more information from my contacts anymore concerning Black Sun and shit. Tell Jorl that as well.
Well, I guess you don't want to raid this fortress then and sell a bunch of artifacts?
No, you can go ahead and die.
One second.
Wait, that didn't work? That always works normally.
No. Hey, can you try talking to her?
Alright, sure. Give it to me.
It's out, or yeah, here you go.
Hey, Genus!
Piss off, old man.
Genus's voice comes in like raspy and harsh, especially because of her relationship to you.
You stole from me.
We had to go in a hurry. A friend
And you
of
took
Omen's
Jenny and you took Jenny along because without
it
asking me.
wouldn't have been safe not to.
You fucking bullshit liar.
We can send Jenny back, or you could.
Send Jenny back.
Yeah, but I think a zombie alone on the way to a city that's surrounded with people who want to steal everything. I don't think he's gonna make it fine.
Well, you should have thought about that before you stole him, shouldn't you have?
That's yes.
Jara. Jenny like sidles over to you. I want to talk to her.
Okay, here you go. Genus, I'm giving you Jenny. Here you go.
All right.
Genus?
Jenny, why did you go with them?
No, listen. Check it out.
What?
I didn't do it for free. I got this little talisman from them. It's probably worth a lot. He said it made me smarter.
Does it actually make you smarter?
I don't know. I feel like I remember things a little better with it, but I can't be 100% certain. I don't know if it's working, but it'll probably work on you because you're human.
Alright. I've been training you well. If you stay with them, keep getting more things.
Okay. I
Yeah.
will charge for additional services.
Good. Yeah, remember everything I've taught you. Nothing's free in this world. And make them pay, and Jorl pays and right now, and as of now, Jorl pays extra.
Okay. I will not speak directly to Jorl unless he gives me money now. And he looks at Jorl, and then looks back.
Good.
I'm right here. Okay.
Good, because right now Jorl's in the shit box, and if he wants any more information on Dark Sun with my connections, he's gonna pay even more.
Okay. If you want to look at the Dark Sun, you gotta pay me money. Also, I'm not talking to you. Also, we're heading back now, right?
Said a lot there.
Yeah. So
That's
as
what I thought I heard you guys say.
As much as I want to deal with Black Sun right now, it seems Omen has friends that might be in danger, and I want to help Omen.
Oh, man.
How much?
Oh, man. You've got like a ton of gold in that bag, right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. So, like, we're going to the place, you got all that gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go, and by the way, Genus, you can't hear this part, and I get Genus to come, I get half. Half of the stuff.
Of everything we find.
Everything. Genus will be
20%.
very useful, you know it. And also, I have a sword. And I have a shield. 2 shields, technically.
How
Just
does 20% sound? Wait, it's that's a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah. Oh, 20%. That's a lot.
Make a persuasion check.
Me?
No, a Doman can. Oh, pretty good.
Yes.
Okay.
Jenny, what are you talking about?
Oh, I'm getting more gold. We're gonna get a lot of gold. Like,
How
20 gold.
No. Wrong. Jenny, that's not how much. You say 50. You get 50% of everything, and they get the other 50%, and everyone else gets the other 50% or no dice.
Well, they said it was 20 gold per cent. So does that mean like we get 20 gold for every copy gold they get? That sounds great.
I'm pretty sure they're trying to confuse you.
You guys stop trying to confuse me.
Yeah. For every gold piece, you get half. That's like 500 silver.
Okay, for every gold piece, you chop it in half and give me one.
No.
Karma, can you help this?
Barbara's like silently chewing the apple and watching. I mean, not beyond my typical way. If you want me to convince the zombie that 20% is better, I'm sure I can. But
It's an undead. Your powers won't work on him.
Jenny, 50% of everything. That's more than 20%. You get 50% of everything. You get 50% of everything found.
okay, so 50% more than 20% of everything found. So what you were gonna give me, and then 50% of that.
Just one question, real quick.
Yes.
What's Jenny? What's 50% of 10 gold?
Oh, it's 5.
All right, just checking. I'm turning to Omen and I say, I don't really care. I think Jenny's going to give it to Genus takes most of the gold that we get anyways. I'm fine with this.
Exactly. Look, she. You know what? Okay, fine. Jenny, you get 50%. Fine. Okay.
50%, boss.
Deal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Genus, get
and
over
one
here.
more-
They're
and
gonna
one
give
more-
us a lot of money.
One more thing, though.
But
They agreed to that way too easily, so one more thing. Since we're going to a place with magic artifacts, I get first choice of any artifacts. And they tell me whatever, and they tell me truthfully whatever what they do.
No.
okay, so she says that of all the nice things that are magic, she gets to pick the one she wants
First. Yeah.
before you guys or me.
I mean,
He like slowly like puts a hand on the pedigree and says, "I get to pick the first one. We won't tell anyone." Wink.
All right. In that case, all right. We'll pretend to like bargain them down to make you pick first, but you pick for me, and I'll pick for you.
Okay, but really, it's just me. He's like whispering this to them while also accidentally communicating it to you.
I can hear you, you know.
In that case, I don't want anything. I'm sorry, everyone.
Jenny,
But we do want the fit. But Genus wants 50%
and the first pick of any magical artifacts.
and first pick of magical item.
I mean, if whatever she's going to want isn't necessarily the same as what I'm going to want, but fine.
We got one fine.
Well, he's not the boss.
Yes, I'm not.
Does
You
Omen
think
agree
as-
to it?
Okay, as long as I don't think it's dangerous.
She says you get first pick as long as Omen doesn't think that it's dangerous.
I agree. I agree with that.
Jorl also says that's good. There's a new guy here, and he's also nodding.
Well, by that definition, anything in my hands could be dangerous.
She says that anything in her hands is dangerous.
Could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous. It might not be. It might be totally benign.
Yeah.
Is what I meant to
What if
say.
Genus has it? Don't say that to her.
Okay.
Nah, first pick of any magical artifacts I want.
Any that she wants, even if they are deadly outside or inside of her hands.
No, we could just not have like the thief. We could just like
Yeah.
just blow it up.
Yeah. Tell her that we think we can manage without her if she wants deadly artifacts that will put us all in danger.
Genus, they say that they are okay with you putting them in danger.
Okay, then Jenny return to the city
Okay.
and keep the pedigree.
Wait,
Okay.
we said we're
Guys.
okay with. Jenny said that we're okay with you putting us in danger, meaning that you could understand it as us saying we're okay with you getting dangerous artifacts.
Oh,
I think the way Jenny said it could lead to a perfect misunderstanding.
they're okay with me putting them in danger. I say again. I say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
So they're okay with me getting any dangerous artifacts I want.
I
I
don't
think so.
All right. Then they say we have a deal.
Okay, guys, we have a deal.
50% of whatever artifacts I want.
50% of whatever artifacts she wants.
No,
And
no,
also-
no, not
and then
50% of the artifacts. No, this is
50% of the artifacts? Okay.
And then also
No,
she gets to put us all in danger.
Yep, that works for me.
Give me the earring back.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, you get half the
Wait,
gold.
wait. And then he's just trying to take it back. She told me to keep it. Wait, no, I have to have that. No. Give me it back. Thank you.
Can I have it back when I'm done with it?
Oh, no, come on.
Jenny, come, please.
Genus?
What the fuck do you want?
Look, I'm sorry, alright?
Hey, if Joral's the one who stole from me. After everything I've done for you guys, by the way, giving you nice swords, making sure you guys stay alive, paying for that really nice room and that hooker for his birthday.
I mean, I'm having to take your word on the first two, and the third one Jules didn't seem to like much.
Everyone likes hookers. Anyways, Joral's in the shit house, and I'm pretty pissed off at you. And I'm pretty pissed off. So.
Is the other way for us to make this up to you then?
Not really. I mean, either.
give a wicked massage.
If you heard that, Noel says you can give really good massages.
Is Noel
That's
a hot
true.
Is Noel a hot chick?
Not a chick.
Then fuck off. Look, either send Jenny back to me or agree to my terms.
Half of the gold as an artifact.
Half of whatever valuables we find, and then the first pick of any artifacts I want, no matter what they are.
Half of the gold and an artifact. Okay.
No, first pick of any artifacts I want. And Noel has to
Now,
give
here's the
Jenny
thing.
and Noel has to give Jenny a foot rub.
What does Genus even have to negotiate with? What is she putting on the table here that we're negotiating with her?
Do you really
You
want me
didn't
to get
hear
mad?
that. You didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hand you off to second.
Joral?
Hey, Genus.
Whatever. No, Joel's gonna have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's gonna lean over to Omen, by the way, and say, so what's so special about this zombie other than it can talk?
It can talk.
Oh, it's sentient, I guess. Like it can remember things and communicate, and like a meaningful level, which bees don't do, right?
Hey, Genus.
Sansa.
The fuck do you want?
Yeah, I'm okay. So, funny story. I called the embodiment of motherhood and feminine creativity, creation, and protection. The Empress. She It's an arcana. This is very powerful lady. She
Get
told,
to the point.
she told me I had to protect Jenny. So technically, that makes me Jenny's mom. All right.
What the fuck? I called dibs on Jenny.
Yes, but then the goddess, but then the incarnation of motherhood.
Goddess.
Look,
But
Jenny
fuck-
can have 2 mums if she wants.
No.
All right.
I have a mom.
2 mums.
So.
Oh.
Here's what we can do. Right now, the only card you've got to play is the Black Sun location that you might know the location of. We don't really care about this until we're back
Gerald,
in
do you
town.
really want me to get nasty?
No, I'm just saying.
Because I have a lot more than you think I do.
Okay, How about this? How about this? I make you a custom artifact out of something that
No.
we find.
No.
I just
You're gonna
don't
do that.
trust.
You're gonna do that for me anyway, and I don't trust you now since you stole Jenny from me.
I didn't. We were. I'm supposed to protect Jenny to make sure no harm befalls him.
Oh yeah, and you took him out to the countryside.
Yes. Have you seen the city we were staying in?
Dude, it's my turf, and we have Tavi and Macklin there.
Okay, and I've got four creatures that are way stronger than them to protect Jenny here.
Still, you stole Jenny from me.
Technically kidnapped, and technically he came with us. He was okay with it. Listen, just you don't know where we are. You have very little way of finding where we're going, and all you've got to offer is the location of Black Sun headquarters, which right now is not our priority anymore. So, and Omen is the boss. I've joined the Fiends of Anateri, so I take orders from Omen. So half of the money,
And whatever, and first choice of whatever artifacts I want.
you know, all right.
Well, I thought of something.
Good.
Hand over.
Hold on. Yes, I'm very glad you agreed to those terms. I'll get back to you and I'll tell you exactly where it is that we're going. I'm glad you've heard reasons. I take off the earring and I put it in my bag.
Okay.
It's all agreed.
We're making.
Great. Can I have that
Oh,
earring back?
yes. And remember, she agrees with what we said.
Gerald agreed to me getting first pick of whatever artifacts I want and 50% of the valuables. Is that true?
In exchange for you coming here, Black Sun location is.
Yeah. Do I get first pick of any artifacts and 50% of the valuables?
50% of the gold.
And first pick of any artifacts. So it's agreed. 50% per 50% of the valuables and first pick of any artifacts.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, 50% of the artifacts and wait.
50% of the valuables and first pick
I'm
of
not.
artifacts.
50% of gold. First pick of artifacts.
Fine. If it's really dangerous, we'll renegotiate.
Yeah, we don't have to tell her. Okay,
Yeah.
agreed.
that's fair.
Done.
Fine. Tell me the location.
Second, Karma, where are we going?
Oh, we're going back to the
You need to remind me where that is.
Her actual place is in the Desert of Memories, which
The
is
fuck?
south of Terra Santa and kind of far away.
What, the Salazar Desert?
No, the Desert of Memories. Hold on, I'll shift you over here.
That's not a desert.
It's
it
called the Desert
There's
of
no water there.
Memories.
That means it's a desert.
Eh.
Called the Desert of Memories.
Fuck me, we gotta go all the way back that way?
What is the Desert of Memories?
Oh, it's basically just a large stretch of land south of Terra Santa.
Actually, just because I'm thinking this is true, it says Desert of Memories, but it is actually called the Moor of Memories, which makes more sense.
Okay.
Oh right, yeah. It's something to do with some fight between one of the old emperors had a big fight there with something.
Yes.
I don't know.
That is very big. It is a place of incredible battles in ancient times. And supposedly a place where people have visions and experience strange phenomena.
Okay.
It's all mystical shit, so
Fuck me, we gotta go all the way back to... We gotta go all the way back to Terra Santa?
We might as well.
okay, look, we're going to rescue a hot girl. Is that any better for you?
Will she actually go to bed with me?
You can't make her.
Well, either way, I'm holding you to the deal, and pray I don't alter the deal any further. By the way, I'm gonna take the Mukherjee River down to Menemosan and then go the rest of the way that way.
Okay, just so you know,
so-
Menemosan isn't on a map.
Yeah, it's not on any map. It's a lost city. And also,
Oh.
I think based on like where we're going, I think we should come back to Tibasport, take care of the lab, and then head to the Desert of Memories.
All right then. In that case, you're gonna come and meet Octavi with me because we gotta like.
You're
You've got
glitching a little bit.
yeah, you've got 2 days to find out exactly where the lab is, and so that we can take care of it as soon as we get back, and then we'll be good.
All right.
Okay.
I take off the earring and look to Tavi. I'm making a deal with I'm making a deal with my group, but they're untrustworthy now. I'm gonna need your help.
I was gonna say, no part of that sounded concise.
Well, I was trying to negotiate through the intelligent zombie, but he still has a lot to learn. Anyway, there's still the Anyway, apparently Jorl talked to this mystical woman, a mystical spirit woman, and said that like he's in charge of Jenny now, so he stole Jenny from me.
She actually like starts to laugh just softly and like raises her eyebrows. Your friends don't seem to go by modern rules. And they didn't seem to be taking your negotiation very seriously.
Not at all. If I wanted to, I could sell them. I could sell them all out to the Inquisition right now and set them up. I had so many chances to like turn their rotten asses in.
Now, while I won't say they aren't here yet, you know the Inquisition doesn't have much of a presence in Gunhove. It's going to take them a while to get here.
Still.
Perhaps you should continue to focus your efforts on making sure you get your 50% without them knowing.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And first pick of any artifacts I want. So.
It's sort of weird to hear that you're dealing in that now, but I mean that is a good point to make.
Yeah.
Magical artifacts are often worth more than their weight in gold now.
Exactly. I learned that pretty quick. And plus, I just want to take whatever Jorl and Omen want and take it away from them. So.
Okay. Now, you know that in order to have a healthy working relationship with any group,
Mm.
You gotta play nice now and then.
I have been playing nice. I list off all the things I list all the things off I've done for them to Tavi. Not selling Omen out, giving Geralt a nice room, paying for their nice swords, paying for the rooms in general.
Now, once in a while, that's true. But see, I was wondering about that. All those things are little nice things that people would do for their friends. They're not the overtly nice things a person would do for their special contacts. Sophie told me you went out of the way to buy a massive keg of wine that was her favorite in Port Amphora.
And
Just that no reason.
mm,
That's the kind of deals you usually make with friends who you want to keep at arm's length, or who you want to keep close by.
considering all the things they can do, yes, but at this point I'm pissed. Okay.
Well, I mean, if I were being totally honest, you seem to have had this handled so far. It's just unusual to see you at work.
I work.
No.
Usually not this hard.
Yes. Nice earring, by the way.
I took the earring off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she still says that because she was watching you.
Yeah. This is actually an artifact too. I can communicate with the other person who wears it. I say it's a elven apparently.
Very nice. That said, now that you want me involved, you know you're not getting your 50%, right?
Yes.
What do you want from me?
I don't know. I'm pissed off at them. I just need to. I need to keep them to their word and remind them, and they need to be reminded of who the fuck they're dealing with.
Well, let's see. We could do it the childish way and have someone dump a bucket of pigeon leavings on them as they come through the gate, or
Let's have them arrested.
we could have them arrested.
Yeah. Have them arrested and have them sit in a jail cell for a night or two. While I find the Black Sun lab.
I still have that note to Kaeda. Apparently, he's stationed to the north in the farmstead, protecting the Baron of Summer's land up there. And he is their go-to gentleman for security within the city. That's where they're coming from.
Should we utilize him then?
I think it would be a good idea.
Good. I want to teach them a lesson. They need to be taught a lesson, especially Jorl, the old man.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment. They've been gone for a little while, so we have a day to plan.
Yeah.
And we'll end this session with Miss Genus and her friend Octavia conspiring to throw the others in jail. Oh boy.
Okay.
What was that a history check for?
About the Desert of Memories, I would guess.
Is it that?
Yeah, that's what this was for.
Okay. Well, you know, there was a tremendous battle held there years past, probably early. It had something to do with the Sacred Holy Empire. You don't know exactly who was there at the time. It was quite some time ago, but you know it was on that scale.
Okay, so probably they were when the Holy Empire was pushing back against supernatural creatures, and since Nemesis is supposed to be in this region, it was probably against Dark Elves, if I were to take a guess.
Yes, your cult knowledge will definitely tell you that. Oddly, there isn't really there is a lot of supernatural energy in the Desert of Memories, but there's not near as much sadness and death and that kind of negative energy as you would expect from such an area.
Okay. Yeah. The other thing. So just. I can stop the recording now. I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna use the regeneration of the 2 days while we're heading back in order to summon, to try to make a pact with the magician and with Charon, because
I like Charon.
Yeah, because Charon might actually be the easiest way to transfer what's his name's soul into Chef, because that wouldn't technically be harm, as opposed to doing a surgery, which might be counted as harm. So I'm gonna have to get. In order to keep the Empress, I'm gonna need to get Charon.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to just do your real quick magician one, because that'll be easier?
Yeah, but I don't think we need to specifically describe what it is. The magician is gonna ask me to reach 200 in the skill that I don't already have, so I'm probably gonna go with disguise.
Well, he chooses.
Oh, he chooses. Got it.
Yeah. You're choosing disguise? Oh, you do have really high disguise.
Yeah.
As you... I'm sorry, I actually had one plan for this.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, as you summon the magician, instead of just one person, like there's a bunch of people popping up around you. And you look around, there's like a bunch of people dressed in finery, many of them wearing like very regal and magically inscribed garb. And you have to shake your head as there is this woman talking to you, and she smiles and then just suddenly turns and leaves. Somebody like steps up beside you and says, "Almost." And he looks at you with a really wide, warm smile, and it's this gentleman of like middle age. He's got a little bit of gray hair and glasses, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and vanishes. And persuasion is what you need to get to 200.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh, I have just as high persuasion as I do the other one. Got it. All right. Magician. And it's persuasion. Okay. And with Hermod, he's just gonna ask me for 3 types of coins from Lost Civilizations, and I'm gonna hope we find them in some Black Sun things or as we travel. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Or equal treasures, so not necessarily coins, but something very nice from another place.
yeah. Alright, that's all I wanted to do. Yeah.
All right. In that case, we will wrap it up for the day. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Genus only for the very brief amount of time. You only got here at the end, but you already done some very hard negotiating.
Yep.
And I actually got to go to work, so
Alright.
Okay.
I will leave you all now.
See ya.
Have a
See you
nice
guys
day.
next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I think I'll level up.
Ooh.
Depends on how much experience you give us.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.